right. We trying to go live.
It says
It
we
We
says we
live.
almost
live.
live, and here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What it do? It's your girl Wing, the Breakdown crew. I am here with my co-host and my two special co-hosts. Introduce
Clearly no
yourselves.
debate. Clearly no debate. Ray, what's going on?
Salute everybody. It's JLEGEND Battle Rap Opinions.
This I'm just Echo from Twitter. I ain't really I ain't got a show. I'm chilling.
Our fan correspondent. It'll be our supporter correspondent. Let them know, Ray, J Legend, let them know y'all bloggers. So let them know where they can follow y'all.
Yeah, they can check me out on. I'm mostly on Twitter most of the time. At JLegend100. It's the letter J, the word legend, and the numbers 100. And you could check out my channel, YouTube channel, Battle Rap Opinions. And I'm also one piece of the Union Show, which is myself, DME Detroit, and Visual. We haven't been that active lately because bills and child support need to be taken care of.
Listen,
We'll be back.
come
We'll be
back.
back active soon.
What it
You
do,
can
bro? Sicko? That's my bro. I'm sorry. Yeah.
uh
That's
you
that.
can follow me clearly no debate on YouTube. No debate Ray on Twitter. So that's all I got.
Y'all can check me on
That's
Instagram
what it
too at JLegend100. Same thing, but like I said, when in terms of battle rap, I'm like 95% of the time on Twitter.
I just followed both of y'all.
and
Putting that out there.
Look, follow you
I
back.
gotta get my shit up because I'm rarely on Instagram, so and rarely on Twitter. I took my hiatus for 3 weeks, so it was just like battle rap was cool, but it was just like I needed time. Like you said, working. It's the holidays, so yeah, I kind of needed my time. But we back to do maintenance. So let's get into it. So topic of conversation. I'm gonna roll that red carpet out to you, Ray. Let's get it.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
because Ray missed it.
my first question
Okay.
is, did everybody see the Loaded Lux and Sue Surf press conference?
Yes,
I did not
right
see
before
that.
we started here, I just dropped the blog on that right before we started.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna check. I'm gonna make sure after the show I'm gonna check your blog out. But I just want to speak on this. There's just one part that I had an issue with this whole press conference. It's how both of these men really tried to play downplay JC, and it was a legit
And
question asking, why didn't neither one of y'all battle him? And Surf was talking about it's about the money, it's about the selling of the fight, and so on and so forth. Now, if memory serves me correctly, you filmed this press conference the same day that you had a face off with Reed Dollars. And your excuse for Reed was, well, they already paid me for the 2-on-2, so I just decided to go ahead and take this battle. So why not just take somebody like a JC that would have gave you a top performance? Then he went on to say something in the realm of, well, JC, he messed up his couple of battles and then it stopped his train versus Lux. But if memory serves me correctly, you had a bad showing versus Verb in Chicago. You had a bad showing versus Rum Nitty in your return. You had a bad showing versus T Top. And the last time we saw 3 good rounds from you prior to Geechee Gotti was probably maybe 4 years ago, not even counting the gun titles battle. So it was like, to me, I felt it was very disrespectful for them to downplay the work JC put in, especially the fact JC had went, what was it, 3 battles he battled in 3 weeks and had won all of them this year. And I didn't like, I really had a big issue with that because, okay, you were basically telling us, okay, it's my name that's what's selling the thing. And if it's your name, then that's fine. I mean, because people, Jordan is a name, Microsoft is a name.
Right.
So most people buy the stuff for the name or because it shows good quality. But technically, you haven't gave us good quality. I mean, to be honest with you, you can say Geechee Gotti now, but before then, you wasn't giving us good quality. You wasn't giving us some surf. So what was it that you was really saying? And like I really had a big issue with that part because I was like, let's be honest. You was never chasing Lux. You was chasing Mook. You switched up. You switched up because you knew Lux would come outside more than Mook would. But then Mook, if everybody seen the Mav
Well,
Hoffa interview, Mook did say
yeah.
we offered Surf 75. No, they offered me 75. They offered Surf like 30,000. Surf heard what I was getting and turned around and said he wanted 100K, and that's why the battle never happened.
Right.
So I
Right.
don't know. Y'all take the floor because that I had a real issue
Listen,
with that part of the press conference. It was a lot of lies
duck
being
sauce
said.
been ducking. Duck sauce is. You know how he do. He been ducking. He's strategically ducking. So I'm gonna let y'all go ahead. Yeah. Shout out to Head Ice. I'm gonna say it every time. Duck sauce is strategically ducking. And I ain't got no Chinese food restaurant behind me, but I'm just saying, I fuck with him. I do. He comes from that era of talking. He's a great talker, and he did very good. He was strategic. He got with, you know what? I'm gonna let y'all go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll come back. I'm gonna let
Go
y'all
ahead, E.
go.
Well, first I want to ask Debate Ray where he get his guns from because that clip was loaded. He had all that just ready.
Loaded.
Dude,
The show
like
is dedicated
when
to
I was
Ray.
watching it, dude, when I was watching it, it was almost like I took a limitless pill while I was watching it, and everything just started moving like a Rolodex. Like, wait a minute, this happened, this happened, this happened, this. Hold on, this shit ain't making no damn sense.
Yeah, but that's the
Listen,
thing.
Ray was in the inbox like, yo, I got some shit to say. When we doing the next show? I said, hey, listen, I get off at 2:00. What we trying to do? Let me get some of the crew together. We can do this. We can do this. So yeah, Ray was ready. That clip was loaded.
Yeah, but the thing about Surf is that fool is he is brilliant, but it's annoying. Like it's just like because see how mad we are.
Right.
He knows.
I agree. I agree. Shout out to
So
Narcotics
like,
6613. I'm gonna read your comment in just a minute. Let E get what he's saying off, and J Legend, and then I'll come right back to your comment because he wrote a thesis statement, and I kind of want to read that. But go ahead.
But yeah, but Surf he technically never loses, not battles, just in general. Like he can't defeat him. Like, no, I'm not talking about in battles. Screw that. Like,
okay.
Because one of the things he said on the show, he said, "I'm the show. I don't have to do much."
Yeah, but he's right. He's right.
It's annoyingly true. It is like it's just like that's just the situation. So he was just like, "I'm the show, the top nigga." I say, "I want him." They give him to me. I was just like, it sounds kind of pompous, but he has a point. But you know what I'm saying. But at the same time, I was mad how he downplayed JC with the whole money argument and like. Debate Ray got all that off. He just stole all my ammunition, but
Yeah.
it was just like. But at the same time, Surf also divvy. Well, this is my theory. I can't prove this. My theory is he most definitely did a good side switch on that with the whole JC doesn't bring the money in because obviously, like you said, he could have battled JC for that deposit that money that he owed them. He could have battled JC, but he knows. It would have been a lot easier and took a lot less work to prepare for Reed Dollars than he did for JC.
Yeah, because he only gave us 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fact, Jay. That's a fact, man.
And let me say.
Bringing the money in, but you cheating the fans in the process because you're not bringing consistent work. So I'm gonna let y'all go ahead.
Before you go, Jay, let me say this one thing. Norbs have not been
ready, man.
Look,
I'm trying.
Let me say this.
I'm trying to be cool and let everybody get their rounds off.
Norbs have not been the same since he stopped being Mav Hoffa's manager. When he went on Champion and said Surf was going to 30 loaded Lux, tell me when Surf 30'd anybody throughout his whole career. Tell me one time Surf 30'd anybody.
Even 30.
I think he 30'd a gentleman's 30 for Geechee.
I know he got 30'd by Young Ill. Mm.
What?
I can't say he
What?
30 Geechee.
Yeah,
Nah, I can't say he 30
I
Geechee.
think he edged Geechee every round. That's what I would consider gentleman's 30, edge every round. I don't think it was a body, and
Mm-hmm.
of course it was a debatable.
Right.
But for me, it wasn't debatable. I thought it was clear, but it wasn't a body. But if people want to
Okay.
debate that, I can understand that because that might have been the best 3 rounds we've seen from Surf in years. Like what Ray said, like you can't. First off, my man came up in here and really let off a 100 clip. So ain't much you can really say. You know what I'm saying? Um, but the main thing for me is, and again, Surf and Lux are both in my top 5. I couldn't believe my ears when he was talking like that. And a big thing for me was just the point of I can guarantee you that JC has more clear victories than Sue Surf. Guarantee.
I could
You
agree with that.
you
Facts.
I could agree with that. No
and,
hate.
and then and then what are we? First off, we gotta believe you can even make it to the battle. We
Yeah.
forget the 3 rounds. You gotta
Yeah.
first worry about whether he can make it to the venue. Do you have that worry with JC? Does JC do not give you 3 rounds of fire and most of the time rare stuff you haven't necessarily heard?
Mm.
You're gonna get more original bars you will from a JC. Not to mention JC has more battles, and that's where I think he's at fault. That he took way too many battles throughout his career. But let's be real, everybody wasn't trying to battle JC. They was not trying to have to go up against a monster like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the
Mm.
one thing that I give the same thing like you guys said already. The guy is an overall brand, and that's one place where JC has hurt himself. Because JC don't even like doing
True.
interviews. And you gotta understand
That's true.
something. You always gotta find that level of promo, blogging yourself. Just these things
Yeah.
to not only connect with the fans, but also sell yourself more. That's hustling.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
gotta hustle. It's
That's
just
a
a
fact.
different product. That's
That's a
all it
fact.
is. So when we can't, most people can't even get a Twitter conversation with JC. When you can't now, don't get it wrong. When you meet him in person though, at the event, he's cool. He'll sit there and chill with you, talk with you, all that shit. But other than that, the man doesn't sell himself, and he's not the only one like that. But that's where Surf, even Mook to a degree, Mook convinced most people he's the GOAT. You can make an argument JC has had
They
way
got
better,
the gift of gab
but Mook don't stop talking. You can ask Mook
at
about
all.
a
Not
pair
but
of
Surf
shoelaces.
don't either.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But that's what separates them. You ask them about a pair of shoelaces on their sneaker, and somehow they turn that into why they the best ever.
Mm.
So
Or
JC
sports.
don't have to go that far, but for JC not to show other things, it doesn't mean that he's not good at his job. He's great at his job, but that's not what catapults most people.
That's a fact. I think
But
battlers just
he
need to understand they're more than just battlers in their brands. I just agree.
right. And that's the thing about
Mhm.
it because okay, let's go back because and this is where I applaud them because it's not necessary, it's not about hate because I'm gonna tell you something. I just wanted the cliff notes of this press conference because I cannot sit through however long that press conference was between the two of them. Lux talks just as much, the three of them, Mook, Lux, Surf,
Lux is
about
worse.
nothing.
Lux is worse.
Right. And that's the point that like they talk about nothing, but they come from the era of a gift to gab, that filler. That they
Mm-hmm.
that's what they do. And that's cool because they know how to sell the fight. You can get a few tidbits of shit in there. Yeah, I'ma smoke you, and this is why I'ma smoke you, and this and that and the other, and blah, blah, blah. But after that, it's complete filler. They come from that era. So that is why, but they know how to sell the fight. Unfortunately, JC, yeah, he doesn't do that. And I mean, that's really like, think about it. Our entertainers today, if they weren't so visual, we're
Mm-hmm.
in a visual society. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything is put out there. We have more reality shows than we can name.
Please
So
drop
Yeah.
that's the
BREAkDOWN
part
on
that
me.
they have to get. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
People want to be nosy. They want to be in your lives because half of us ain't got other shit going on.
I do.
So
I
that
got a lot. You know what I'm
seriously.
saying?
So yeah, they, you know, I do feel like, yeah, he shouldn't have downplayed him, but in the sense of that's the shit that makes battles really, because I mean at the same time he's talking this shit, but JC can easily come back and be like, look, battle me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? But what Surf did was also implant an excuse in everybody's head. Because now, if JC say that, nobody's gonna still care. They still not gonna care. So to me, I felt like he jumped out ahead, also in front of the beast, so to speak. Like, yo, you know what?
Which he does that a lot,
Yeah,
right?
no, he
Which he
definitely
does.
does.
Let,
But
let me
now,
ask
now,
y'all something. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
now,
I
where I
wanted to
feel
read this.
JC is making a mistake is there is one person I'm gonna mention right now that has done way more talking than anything he's other done, but it helped, and that's Ace
Okay.
Amin. This dude talks way
True.
more than ever. I'm gonna tell you now, and I
It
mean
helped and it hurt.
listen, but you know what?
It
I I don't I don't mean this disrespectfully. I have not seen an Ace Amin battle that I enjoyed from beginning to end. And I tell you what
okay.
though,
Hold, oh, I'm gonna let you get that off, and we're gonna come back to that because no. Listen, Bray, I tell you, my other co-host. That shout out to all the guys that Malone, Shy, Mike, all of them, like Jay Banks, Mr. Mustache, all them motherfuckers. No, I have been saying this about Ace for the longest, but we're gonna come back to that. I'm gonna let you get that off, but I'm gonna read. Once you do that, I want to read this comment.
Yeah.
And then because there's several comments that I want to read to stay on this, and then we'll move along. But go ahead, say what you were gonna say, Jay.
well, he's Ace Amin even showed JC and guys like him why you have to say something.
Yeah.
Because this dude has turned around, and even if you don't believe a word that comes out his mouth, even if you don't sit there and say, yo, man, I can't get with this dude's battles, guess what? It's almost like that Floyd Mayweather effect, where even if you watch his battle, sometimes you watch it to see him lose because he talked too much shit.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
JC don't have to go that far. Again, I think guys like JC think, oh, I'm not trying to go the extra mile. It's not that, but like you said, you're not making yourself even visible enough. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
have to
At all.
sometimes do that and say enough to get people riled up. Even if you say some shit that's not true, which we're talking about Surf saying some shit that ain't true. He know what he said up here wasn't true, but he got us talking.
That's a fact. That's
Yeah.
as long as you can keep the fans talking, you win. Facts. Because we gonna talk about it regardless, especially us in media. We gonna talk about it. You know
It's
what I mean? But let me
basically.
read this comment.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Kind
Go
of
ahead. Go
doubling
ahead.
back. Narcotic 613 said he's been consistent. I don't know what they was talking about. He was like, just say you want to battle someone, that's not as big of a name, or you won't battle somebody who's not as big as a name as you are for the chance of them possibly beating you. He was like, I would have respected that. Which I agree, but hold that thought. And then well, he kind of said what we said already. Pretty much he was definitely honest. Shout out to my brother Blueprint. Shout out to Adam Richardson. And I see you, Wolf. Listen, don't get on here talking shit. My sister Brooklyn Ange. But yeah, like you said, no, I agree. Again, duck strategically. And he knows how to talk his way. Listen, we're not gonna play like y'all did not see that interview on Hip
I saw
Hop
the
Is
headlines
Real.
interview.
All right.
I saw.
So shit. You know, I mean, I'm just saying. It's easy to talk about people like JC, but he never even addressed the fact that yes, you're getting Lux. I understand he's supposed to be battling Adi Boom too, right?
Who?
Who? Mm.
Surf.
I ain't hear no shit
You're
like that,
talking
I
man.
ain't
about
hear.
battling
I
the
Because
ain't heard
app.
nothing about that.
there's absolutely
I
no
kind of
way
heard
that he
that
can
in the
take.
wind.
He can't say that shit and then downplay a JC.
Because
You know
Yeah.
what I'm
JC
saying?
Thank
30'd Adi Boom.
that I was. That's where I. That's where I was coming to.
I'm
So
happy you were.
hold
'Cause,
on, I'm
yeah.
not even done. I'm not even
Go
done.
ahead. Go
I'm
ahead.
not
Go ahead,
even
Wayne.
done. Supposedly we have this battle with Lux, but Adi Boom, the rumors of Adi Boom I heard before this became official, and then right after Tampa, this last the volume event, he put it on Neighborhood battling Av, and if URL put the money up, you're battling Chess.
I ain't gonna front Chess versus Surf. I want to see that. I don't care what's
To
going on.
me, to
I would
me,
like to see the
Same.
ab battle.
I would like to see the Av battle, and I would like to see the chess battle. But I noticed what they're trying to do with chess,
Yeah.
and I like it. I'm not knocking it. I like it. They're trying to prepare chess because they already promoting chess as the prince of URL. They're basically getting ready to if chess can basically keep the angle he's going now, because he hasn't been choking in no battles no more. He's been coming with 3 rounds. If chess can keep it going, chess is going to be the next big thing pretty soon. He's going to be the next big thing. Don't be surprised if they have him standing across from either Mook or Lux somewhere further down the line. Like,
He's gonna
don't be surprised.
he's gonna be Surf's successor. He is.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
I already peeped that.
I see that they pushing it that way.
It's quite obvious. Like
I see them pushing it that way. And, he kind of derailed that from the beginning. They were trying to do that a long time ago. But to his credit, and his resurgence has been crazy. But for me personally, while I do respect what Chess has done, and I was one of the people who was speaking out saying Chess needed to come back and give it one more shot, which I'm happy he did. But honestly, I don't even think in these. And again, it has nothing to do. This is my personal opinion. They're gonna push the agenda. However, they're gonna do it regardless. I just don't ever see him ever being on to be able to put it together like. And again, it's overall. It's not just the battles, but you got to be able to put together an overall package that puts you on that level, on that
Yeah,
Sir Lux, Mook, Hollow. Even Hollow. Hollow talks so much shit and does it funny. You know what I'm saying? Like.
yeah,
That's another thing Chess doesn't really do. And when you do hear from Chess, he spends more time telling you how you doubted him.
yeah.
Right.
that's
That's
true.
a fact. You know what? Low. Let's get into that. We haven't been able to talk about that. How did y'all feel about Danny versus Hollow?
I ain't gonna. I still ain't watched it. Forgive me. So,
Me neither.
Really?
I watched.
Yeah,
Okay, so I watched.
I wasn't
I watched
excited.
the first round, but I have to finish it.
Yeah, I wasn't excited.
Okay.
I was just like, all right.
I think
wasn't
all the
either.
extra
I'm
stuff kind of.
going to watch
But I think
the battle.
well, when all the drama that happened with that whole event, I think it took the air out the tires for many people.
Mm-hmm.
And there's even people who didn't really
I
care at
agree.
all to watch the Geeky and Big T battle, and it took the air out,
I
man. And then
did
the way
not
it
watch
was
that.
handled, yeah, the way it was handled, because they put out the VOD and not even 24 hours later they dropped the battle on the app, and everybody was beefing
On
about
the
that. 'Cause they had
app.
just
And
paid
then
the money for
Hollow
the
turned
VOD.
around.
and dropped it on his page.
And then Hollow
Yeah.
turned around and he put it.
Oh yeah.
Hollow put it
Yeah, it's on YouTube. He put it on his page.
from my understanding.
on
He
his
did.
But page. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know what that was about. I'm
I
hearing
knew it was on
things
YouTube.
I
I
don't
knew it was on YouTube. I didn't know it was on his page. So
Yeah, it's on his actual page, yeah. And this was right after they put it on the app. I will
so
say
I'm
this.
gonna watch it.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah,
I
Wayne.
would. like I said, when I heard a few things or whatever, I was just kind of like, you know what, let me see what they're talking about. So I went ahead watched um and watched the battle, and I was impressed. I'm not gonna even sit here, and I was impressed. I cannot take nothing away from Danny on that battle. Danny left it. Danny, this was the Danny that I have been waiting for the return, because, of course, the lackluster performances. This was the redemption of Danny, and not, you know what I mean. This is no West Coast bias. This is, he did it. Like all
It's a
three
little bit of
rounds, that motherfucker had it. Huh? No, it's not. Everybody used to always feel like, no, it is not a way. It is actual. It's true. Is he did have a stellar fucking performance. He really did. Not for nothing, Nigel came and brought it too. But that Danny third, he did a real talk third that just took that shit over the top. Moment. That was a complete moment in that battle. You know, he spoke about, to me, I call it the Pat Stay. He talked about our other co-host, Shy Brown, just entered the building.
No, I'm the duck.
He spoke
I'm the duck
about
god.
pretty
I
much
duck niggas.
how he fucked up this year.
Sue Surf. I'm Sue Surf Junior.
He talked about how, what you say? What you say?
I'm Sue Surf.
He
I'm
talked
Sue
about
Surf
how
Junior.
he has messed up this year. Oh
Who
shit.
surf?
He talked about how he messed up this year though, and how pretty much this battle was his redemption. So he did that. Y'all need to watch it. Shy, you watched the battle, right?
What battle?
Danny and Hollow.
Yeah. What? Wasn't excited. Not
You feel
excited.
me?
Oh
Well,
God.
I just don't. Danny and Hollow, I just don't care, bro. Like, I
Oh.
respect. Now, these are two battlers that I respect.
Hollow tried to pull. He, of course, he did a rebuttal, and he tried to. He was like, okay, well, since y'all, you know, he pulling on people heartstrings, I'm gonna try it too. And he tried to use the whole stealing the LOM brand, and
Yeah.
how people were ostracizing him. And it's like, bruh, come on now.
Yeah.
No matter what you try to say, you stole that shit. This ain't working.
When Battle
We're
Truth,
not gonna, you know
hey,
what I mean?
hey, when Battle Truth is 3-0 you out here with the LOM Chronicles, it's bad.
Damn, he getting 30 by Battle Truth?
Battle Truth.
Wow. Wow.
That nigga got a series.
Oh.
That nigga, his series
He
is
got a
just
series
as
about
good.
everything.
So yeah, this series is just as good as Survivor R. Kelly.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm done.
Battle rap water.
I'm done.
Hey, I got
Oh
mine
my
too.
God.
Yeah, battle rap
I
water.
need to get mine. I did not get mine upon the show. I did
I
not
don't
get
know.
mine. But yeah, no,
I don't know. It just seems something off about that event. Like some of those battles, I don't know. It just didn't. Charity and battle rap to me just don't mix.
Well, they should.
To
Um,
me, but
it should, but it don't. It don't mix. It don't
See,
mix, bro.
but yo,
this,
but hold
It
on.
don't
Let me
mix.
tell you. Let me tell
hold
you.
on, one
In
at a
my
time, one at a
opinion,
time,
what
one
the
at a
issue is.
time.
Go ahead.
The issue, in my opinion, when it came to this, the promo absolutely sucked on this. The
It
other
was
thing
ass.
was they didn't announce who else was on that card till like a day or two before. You had the guys who were on the undercard
Right.
still trying to
Mm-hmm.
figure out themselves if their thing was still happening. They
Mm-hmm.
planned a bunch of watch lives they were supposed to do, which I was waiting for the New York one. I was gonna go, and then 1 minute they were happening, next minute they weren't. Then Big T has a battle announced for the very next day, and people don't know if the charity event is still happening. Then there's no VOD. Then there's pay-per-view. But like it's a bunch of nonsense.
Yeah,
And then
that's why I
when you
say
see
it don't
they
mix.
spend more promo on just talking about Danny and Hollow instead of spending more promo not only telling people it's a charity event, but what else was they getting for their money? Because battle rap, you're right. They aren't for charity, But once you start telling people they're getting more than 2 battles for what you're asking for, that starts changing everything. Because people
Yeah,
spend way more on a bullshit card just to beat it.
this
So
Yeah.
imagine
whole event.
now you asking me for
Well,
my
I
money, but
was.
telling me it's only 2 battles, and then everything is to be announced. You can't. Everything can't be to be announced to the day before. Come on.
Yeah,
And I
that's
would say this: if it was supposed to be, hold on, if it's supposed to be charity, why the hell is it on the app?
But that's what Hollow said. Hollow said that. Hollow said all of that got they because remember they were supposed to do the watches. They were supposed to go to like 5 or 6 different cities, and
Yep.
then you're supposed to be able to pay and watch it with them and all the other shit. Which
Yep.
I didn't care about watching it with them. It was more about me going to the event and a bunch of people I know going over there. And then I donated because they had 2 different things. For the people who didn't want to do any of that, you could donate to the toy drive, which that was the point. The GoFundMe, they had a separate GoFundMe
Okay.
for that. So I donated to
Mhm.
that, and if they were coming to New York, I go to the events here anyway. That's what I was going to do. But even with that, it was getting mixed up, and then Hollow comes out and says they canceled the first 2 lives, which one was in Boston, and I want to assume the other one was Florida. They canceled those, couldn't explain why, and then say, "Oh, there's an issue with the league." It was like, yo, so no one was on the same page. No one read through their contracts. No one really, And when they announced that Big T on the day he was supposed to be doing a watch, was doing a battle, and it was the day after the actual battle with Geechee, I was like, yo, all this, because they weren't answering nobody on no social media or nothing. So that whole shit just went flop because they were not on the same page, and apparently nobody reads their contracts.
that
I don't know.
whole
That whole situation is fucked up.
yeah, that
And to
was
me, and to me, I'm what this is what I took from that because after when they canceled the watches, and then because at first, again, like you said, it wasn't supposed to be on the app. None of that. That's what they was. That was the rollout.
yeah.
When they canceled the
Hmm.
watches, and then it ended up on the app. To me, I think Hollow took it as a slight, and that's why he turned around and dropped it on his page. Like, wait a
Yeah, I
minute, this
saw
wasn't
that.
even supposed to be on
Yeah,
the app,
That makes
and
yeah,
he
sense.
turned
yeah.
around and just dropped it on
That
his
makes
page.
sense.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I see it's on
that whole
YouTube.
situation was all
Well,
crazy.
URL is a
well,
good.
I mean, at the end,
Ah,
Mm,
go ahead.
if you're
Go
gonna do
ahead.
charity, if you're gonna do charity work, you can't involve URL. I'm sorry. It's app
yeah,
game.
bro.
It's app
That's
game or
that's
die.
real
Nigga,
though.
it's app game over
He's not
here.
lying.
We
He's
need your
not lying at
content.
all, bro. Like he's not lying, like at all.
Yo, URL.
I,
Hey, URL. Hey, URL is death rowing niggas out here, bro. Everybody getting death row.
Yeah,
Goddamn.
yeah,
Boy,
yeah,
shit. You got Gates of
yeah.
the Garden battles on there. Everybody goddamn
Yo,
battles on the
hold
app,
on,
man.
hold
We
on,
taking
hold on,
all
whoa,
your
whoa,
shit.
whoa, 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 whoa. So now here's the thing. I'm glad you said that because I was saying it. And I know everybody don't always like my opinion, but the truth of the matter is, I think even though because I don't know if y'all saw, but Chef Trez was upset because Battle Academy went and gave his battle to URL. Not gave. I'm pretty sure they did business, but
Mm-hmm.
his battle was placed on the app.
Yeah, because he ain't fucking
And
with URL no more.
yeah,
He
but
don't want to have
because
nothing
his
to do
thing
with
was,
URL.
I don't want to be pigeonholed to the app, which makes sense. But my whole thing is for Battle Academy. Not only did you give that battle, but you gave the Rex battle,
The whole
and
damn event.
right.
yeah, and I couldn't understand. You put together this monumental moment. You right now building momentum for your own platform. Why would you do that? Because you should know, number one, once it gets dropped in one place, no one cares when you drop it back on your regular channel. It lost
Yep.
all
Exactly.
Fact.
I
steam.
agree.
That's a fact.
It
I
lost
mean,
all
Or
that steam. Why would
mm,
you do that when I could grow your channel?
or you know
Exactly.
right.
what fans
You're
or you know
right.
what
And
fans
that's
is
the
gonna
point I
say?
was going to make. That was the point I was going
What
to make.
I
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh no, what I was gonna say, what fans is also gonna do is gonna be like, okay, why should I subscribe to your channel when sooner or later when you do events, they're gonna drop on the app. If I already have the app, I don't need to subscribe to your channel. I can just wait for the battle to drop on the app.
I
Or
don't
by
need
the
no
way,
pay per view bid.
if you
I
could
don't
drop
need no pay
it,
per view bid. I got the
yeah,
app.
yeah,
App game. Mm. Come to
bad
death
move,
row.
super bad move.
But not everybody is actually on that app that way. You see what I'm saying? So in a way, it's a positive, like you just said, it's a positive for the league to a degree if you're looking at it from the monetary aspect. And then for the battler, yeah, this is the only place. You know, my qualm with the app is just, and I'm an app member. I'm a premium app member. You know, so I'm gonna watch it where I can find it. Of course,
Fuck that shit
you
up.
know what
I
I
got my
mean. You can
Netflix back.
only shit the other shit. I mean, if you just got the app, you really have. What do you with the shit that you window shopping? If you just have the regular, you're window shopping.
It ain't
Everything
even,
else is premium content. It don't matter if it's the cheese. You said what?
I said you can't even be a free content person anymore. After the update, that's gone.
That's what I'm saying. So all these battles that's dropping is premium.
Yeah,
all them goddamn battles ain't premium. We getting some unleaded.
That ain't
We getting some unleaded 87. All them battles ain't Dylan.
Listen,
that's all them battles ain't high. Some of them battles needs to be for free.
I still don't have the app, and that's a big piece of why. Between how they treat the fans and a bunch of stuff. Listen, like I talked to her about this behind the scenes a while back, and I said, like, yo, listen, you can't sit here at events. You got people fainting in the crowd. You telling people just to roll them over. You know, you sitting here just disrespecting fans. Listen, I paid $50 for a bullshit pay-per-view, and you get up there talking about if you ain't app game, I don't fuck with you. What? So forget
that was crazy.
Tickets.
That was crazy.
Travel fees.
Yeah, that's a slap in the face.
I'm not app gang, so you don't fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. So these are all, and then when I'm seeing that they dropping your, because again, it's not about the price. It's not about the price. It's about I'm me buying your subscription is me somewhat being loyal to you to a degree. I'm
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Don't sit there and backhand slap the shit out of me with this bullshit. And so I didn't, like I said, they should also give me an option, not just me, but the people. If that's the case, have where you could purchase it for the year. I got other subscriptions. I'm able to purchase it for the year. And guess what?
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't even watch this shit until there's something come up, that interests me. The thing is,
I'm not. Oh no. The app is not that serious for my whole year subscription. Huh?
But if you're gonna pay monthly and you constantly gonna be complaining about, if I pay that one price throughout the year, I'm not worried about it no more. I watch it when I want to watch it, whatever case.
Hold on. That $7.99 or wait a minute, hold on, whatever that is, that $8.
Hey,
because
I tell you one thing. Hey, they don't be on real nigga times when it comes to that payment.
Money for 12 months. Nah.
They do not be on real nigga time when it comes to that payment.
Yeah.
That shit be taking out old time.
I will take
it. But what I'm saying is any subscription base.
Right.
Why would you not give people the option? Like anywhere else you go for subscription, you could pay monthly or you could pay for the year.
Right.
Me personally, sometimes I got it, sometimes I don't. So if I got it right now and I'm willing to, and most people are impulse buyers anyway. If I'm willing to pay for the year right now and not have to worry about it, I should have that option. But again, that's only like a 5% of what my issue is. All the other stuff I told y'all, these are my issues. You can't keep disrespecting your whole staff. Norbs goes on famous rants, disrespecting the shit out of the fans, and then you still don't fuck with me though after all the money I spent. Nah, and I got receipts for all the money I spent. So come on.
I just really feel like go ahead, Wayne. Go ahead, Wayne.
I've been saying this for damn near 7 years now. You know what I mean? Most people know I am a marketing major. Consumer job. You know what I mean? When battle rap fans realize that just as well as when you go to that restaurant that go to grab that Popeyes chicken sandwich and it ain't got the pickles and the sauce and everything that you want on it, and y'all motherfuckers in here scrapping about chicken sandwiches. the
Fuck
same
that
way you
sound.
should be doing about how you get treated. Am I lying though?
I'm
We
with you.
are
Yeah,
You know I'm with
consumers.
yeah.
you.
We're fans, but we are consumers. And that's the shit that really pisses me off. I'm not patronizing a motherfucking thing that does not give me full capacity as to what, and yeah, the stipulations as to what they're going to drop, all of that shit needs to change. They say that they're changing some things. I saw an interview where, Beasley was speaking about whatever, but right, you can't tell me that this is what you're going to put on here and this is what your update is. Yeah, I didn't appreciate the whole if you're not premium app game, fuck y'all. And if this and that,
Yeah.
like when people feel that comfortable in talking shit to you, you've given them that much power.
Yeah.
You really have. Shout out to Timberland TV. He said once URL started doing pay-per-views a few years ago, it created the bankroll for them to start doing events every month efficiently, drowning the competition. He has a point. And then the app
Great.
created a way to monetize on all of the other battles. True. Shout out to Miss VA's finest. And then
But
Salute
I'm
to
Cinco
a
Miss
said, yeah,
VA's
like
fine.
10
Salute to
battles.
her.
salute Miss VA
Yes.
finest.
Let me see. They said, hold on 1 minute. I'm trying to read the comments here. Oh, she said my reception is choppy. I'm not sure why. It's
Yeah, it has
kind of
been low.
raining. It's doing shit outside. I don't know. It's like tornado weather right now. It's hot as
You
hell, but it's
sideways, brother.
raining. Now I see him straight up.
Oh, I see him.
They said
Yeah,
they see
he
how the pay-per-view works
sideways.
and never look back. Yeah. I mean, and you remember there was a time where Smack years ago basically did not want to partake into this whole pay-per-view thing. I'm gonna tell you, the to me, the where they really started to take off was that Gnome, not this past Gnome, but Gnome last year. That's when I really feel like that first Houston event, they believed in the fact that you can come down south, you can cut the prices, you can do bigger events, you can do certain things. When they started to come out and start seeing how much cheaper it was, that opened the door for so many more things.
Yeah.
They kind of look at it as kind of what Timberland TV is saying. If they can capitalize on the battlers, the events, you know what I mean, the content, then they can do whatever they want to do. We're gonna watch, we're gonna pay for it. We're gonna be there because we want to watch the battles. You talking to 5 avid battle rap fans right now. I'm not even going front. I like Jay said, he does not have the app. I feel like I ain't even going front. When I don't pay for it, I feel like I'm missing something. I really, really do. So then I'll go, I ain't even going front. I feel like I'm missing something. And then I'll go, and like I said, I'm still catching up on battles because a whole month and a half, I didn't have the app. They was putting PGs, and I do still feel like the PGs do not belong on that app.
No.
You're trying to uplift these cats, man, so why the hell are they on an app?
Well, this is my thing with the PGs. I say, okay, if you're gonna put the PGs on the app and you want people to be app game and you want to give them more exposure, why don't you just put them on the do a live event? Why don't you just put them live on the fucking app so people can get more familiar because they're not gonna
money for that yet. Nah, they ain't got that kind of money yet. No sir.
They got. Hey, I know who got the money for it, but that's another story. But I do know who got the money for it.
I know who got the money for it too.
Yeah, I know who got the money.
For it too. Hell yeah.
No,
Hell
but
yeah.
you know what though?
What
To me, with all the PG thing, to me, what makes sense is it will be more like this. Put if you want to put the PGs, because what they drop a new battle, I think Mondays, something like that. But to me, whatever the PG kind of stuff you dropped on Monday, you should be dropping my Thursday or Friday on your regular YouTube. You're still monetizing over there, and you're still giving these guys exposure. But the bigger problem is stop telling people you're doing app only events and you drop one of the app only events
Yeah,
every few
exactly.
months.
Yeah,
You get one of those
That's a
every 2 months.
fact. That's
yeah.
a
Like, yo,
fact.
that's not
Yeah.
what people. That's not what people. Because even me, when they did the event that had Geechee Gotti versus John John, I almost caved in and said, you know what, I'm gonna get the app just because it's an app only event. And what happened? Since then, they dropped 2 of those battles. Two, from what I'm
Mm-hmm.
being told, they've only dropped 2
Yeah.
of those battles, and that happened when they first what?
That's a
That
fact.
might have been like 3 months
Right.
ago, 4 months ago. Like, come on, man. Like, come on.
Well,
They need they need
I
a
did like the way they was doing the PGs with the class with Swamp, Squeako, and all them. At one point, they was getting exposure as far as the battles was getting streamed live. I think it was getting streamed in Norb's groups or something like that. It was getting streamed because a lot of people were still wondering about the Squeako and Swamp battle because a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
did see it. A lot of people did see it, but some didn't. But I think they're really gonna have to do something more with these PGs. They're gonna have to give them a better look. Either they're gonna have to put
But
them on the app, or are they gonna have to put them on back on YouTube. They're gonna have
well,
to do
they are.
something, man.
and that's
That's
what
what
I was
they
about to
have been
say,
doing.
and that's what I was about to say because to me, I feel like okay, not everybody don't follow Norbs, so it's only a handful of people that probably saw that battle when he streamed it.
Jay was
If you putting it, no, but I'm being honest. If you
Mhm.
get a million
Right.
subscribers just sitting there,
And we was there
just
live.
sitting there, put these
Right.
PGs on there. Like, okay, you built y'all before y'all even had an app. You was building up the Calicos, the Averbs, and all of these people by putting it on YouTube. Put these new breeds on you. You have a million subscribers just sitting there.
Mhm.
Throw these new breeds on YouTube because
They don't need to
again,
be in premium.
like
They
you,
don't need to be premium.
but exactly because like you said, okay, Norbs was streaming some of these battles. I didn't know that. I'm not
Yeah.
subscribed to Norb's channel. So it's a few fans that's probably not even subscribed to Norb's channel like that would know that. I didn't know that till you just said it.
Right.
Hmm.
So if I have a million subscribers just sitting there, I'm not about to just sit there and not put like this content out there. Let me introduce you to the Squeakos, the Root Bandos, the Swamps, the Ace Homies. Let me
Hmm.
introduce you to these guys or whatever. And or like you said, instead of the premium gang, put these people on the free version of the app, and that's all
Hmm.
they will see is the PG battlers or something like that to get introduced to these guys.
Yeah.
Well, see, but hold up, because we have to go back. We got to go backwards. First and foremost, they don't have the patronage on that app that they do on the YouTube channel. So for
Mm-hmm.
me, it's a dub. Put them on the YouTube channel as you would do because that's where all the exposure has been for years. Period. Shout out to Sicko because he just said there's 253 PGs now. You ain't fucking lying.
Hmm.
And
Exactly.
this is part of the Survivor series. This is part of the Survivor series where although they didn't want to say it, it was the end of the road. But you got a whole clump of dudes that are who have been in limbo since they came out the PGs.
Hmm.
Some of them are still just card fillers.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yep.
I don't know that it would require for us to put a name, to necessarily display them on a YouTube channel because some of
E,
these
put
guys
your head
have
down.
been on. Huh?
He
I
got
just
his hand up. You
Like
want to say
I don't.
something?
that's like my reserve to speak when y'all finish. Like I don't like interrupting people, so
Go
I just be
ahead.
like,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
But yeah, I've seen because a lot of my homeboys. It's a homeboy I got named DJSUS on Twitter. He kind of trolls, but he's he's a freaking genius, low key, as far as marketing and stuff. And we talk about it all the time. It's just like, yo, like y'all said, they should drop the PGs on the YouTube channel, which is what they're doing now. There's been an overhaul. That's what
Going
they've
back
been doing.
to doing that.
Yeah, they're back to doing
Well,
that now.
some of them, like you don't have. Do Jay Kruger got any battles on? I think
I thought he was on the
Jay
app.
Lopez has
Yeah,
one or two battles.
both of Jay Kruger's battles dropped on the app, and
I
they've
thought he was
been
on the
fire.
app. So
I ain't gonna hold you.
There's
I'm
no
yeah.
way in
sorry, on
hell that
YouTube.
Jay Kruger
I meant
and
on
Kid
YouTube.
Chaos is
I meant
not
on
on YouTube.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is a crime. That
I
is a
meant
crime.
on YouTube. I'm sorry. How about what's his name? Another guy like what's his name? Chase Paper. Are any of his battles on
Yeah,
YouTube
Chase Paper
from the
versus
PGs?
Chase Paper versus Truffaut is on there, and I think it's another one. Chase
Okay.
Paper versus Killer B is on there. Yeah.
Okay. When did they put those on there? Because I
It's
recall when we were
Chase
talking
Paper
about them.
versus Killer B been on YouTube for like 2 or 3 months, and then they dropped Truffaut versus Chase
Okay.
Paper like a few weeks ago. So yeah, they're
Okay. Because nobody knew who he was. When we were talking about the Survivor Series, niggas was like, who the fuck is that? You know, pretty much where I'm going with that is there's no marketing for these cats.
At all.
And they are fire. Jay Lopez had a fire battle with my nigga from Detroit, Paulo Creed. And niggas was like, who? Like Paulo Creed has been around for years. Yeah, you didn't see that? Man, listen.
Paulo Creed?
Yes. Yes.
The one who died, the super black a long time ago.
Oh, you know what? You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to.
When I pulled up to Survivor Series weekend, a lot of people know me for the guy.
Oh, we can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Y'all can hear me now?
Yeah.
Voice?
Y'all hearing?
Yeah. So
okay.
When I got the Survivor Series, I'm known as the guy who advocates for the newer guys because I just like seeing newer talent if they're fired. By the way, so when the boy from Black Market Media, Rob, salute to Rob, he was just like, "Yo, come here," and I was like, "All right, cool." But it was a guy standing next to him, and it was Jay Lopez. I knew who it was, but a lot of people, even Rob, didn't expect many people to know who Jay Lopez was. And I was just like, it's a damn crime that y'all don't know who Jay Lopez is, because this kid is phenomenal.
Right.
Like, it's just like, bro, why y'all have really so much? He is crazy. Like,
I gotta check him out.
Chase Paper, him and Chase Paper, they battled first on the second day, and nobody knew who they were. I was mad as shit. I was just like, bro, like if y'all really understood how talented these people are, y'all be so hyped for this battle. I'm not gonna hold you. I was on stage for this battle, and I was kind of acting an ass because nobody was reacting, and I was getting annoyed. So when that dropped, I'm just gonna apologize to y'all in general. Like, who's that crazy black dude in the back? It's me. Sorry, but they was wigging, and the crowd like probably reacted 3 times. I was just like, "What is this?" Like, it was crazy. Like, I remember Jay Lopez said something along the line. He said, "What you want, the black gap or the ladder? Pick a superstition." I thought that was crazy.
Wow.
Everybody was just silent. Yeah. I was just like, I want to leave. I just want to leave. Like, this is just crazy. Like, it was just, they need to market those brothers better, man. They got a lot of good talent.
Well, look, you mentioned them right now.
Really
I've heard the name, but I haven't seen them. But I'm gonna go check them out now.
Yeah, they dropped Jay Lopez PG versus Bricks Belvy. That was crazy. What?
Bricks is crazy. I love Bricks, so I'm gonna go check that out.
They dropped that?
Yeah, they dropped it. Yeah, that's recent.
They dropped that already?
Yeah, like.
Oh shit, I didn't see it.
Oh, please do.
I gotta check that out.
Yeah, you gotta.
Sicko, you said let's talk a different league. What league we talking? What league we talking right now?
Okay, so question.
Are you talking about
since they brought up a different league.
Are you talking about Shayna Ashley and QB?
Actually, I was about to ask y'all. Since he said that, I was gonna ask y'all, what is your expectations for RBE next year? Because they was hard hitting in 2018.
Ooh.
They was kind of lackluster this year. So, do they come back 2020? Like, what are we doing?
I don't feel like they were lackluster. I don't feel like they were lackluster. Give me your reasons why.
Okay, maybe I'm using the wrong words. Maybe I'm using the wrong words saying lackluster.
I feel you. I just, after they did the Mook and Bird battle, your standard is now up here. Like, it's kind of hard to get to that level after that. Like, that's like, how do you every main event since then has been. How do you make it bigger than Bird versus Mook as a main event in future cards? That's impossible. It's just like that just wasn't a smart move. It just wasn't.
I
Like,
don't know.
Well, I think, and that's funny because that was Lawrence earlier when I had to get out of the chat. That's what it was. Lawrence was calling me, and I told him even when I spoke to him the other day. I'm like, I think it's just more about the consistency. See, when you seeing URL
Right.
dropping,
There you go.
sometimes URL is only giving you 3 weeks before their next event. So that 3 events a year, for a year isn't really helping, especially with them themselves. Another thing I've noticed with them is they're holding battles for a real long time also. And
Yeah,
every league out there, this is what I'm saying to every single league. The fact that URL has left that lane open, people got to take more advantage of. So to
yeah,
me,
That's a
I don't
fact.
think you should be
That's a
holding
fact.
any. Don't hold none of these battles more than 2 months, if that. I would really say a month. But if you wanna hold it, and I know I do some editing sometimes. No, this shit is not easy you don't just pop out edits like that. But at
right.
the same time, take full advantage. That's why I say about these smaller leagues who've been giving their content to URL, not giving, but and it's like,
Build
yo,
your brand. This is the
this is
time to
Build your
do
brain
that.
up.
I
this is
Yeah.
this is
agree.
the time.
I
This is the
agree.
time to do it.
Dude,
I agree.
hey,
And I
Jay,
think for URL, you
Uh,
gotta. I mean, for RBE, you gotta come back also to New York, because
hey, Jay. I
right.
know you
nah,
remember when
son,
King
you
of the
ain't gotta do
Dot
that.
back in
You
the
ain't gotta,
day.
don't do that. Don't do that. Nah, nah, nah,
Don't
nah,
go
nah.
where?
Hold up.
Oh,
Shout
bro.
out.
Come
Shout
on, go
out.
back to New York. Yeah.
Hey,
You
Jay,
want to come
I
back to
know
New
you.
York?
Shout out to DME Detroit. He just pulled up. Said
My brother
Lux.
did me.
Timberland TV said Lux and Verb would have been better on RBE.
Mm,
What do y'all
No,
think?
no. It would have been better in a volume setting.
that's
yes,
I can
I
see
yes,
agree.
that.
yes, yes,
that's
I'm
That
not
was
yes.
gonna
the
pay that
that
money
wasn't
for
for
that.
that.
I'm not paying you
that's
that,
an
paying all that for
expensive.
value.
That's an expensive battle that you ain't gonna
Yeah,
recoup
that's what
no
I'm
money
saying.
from in a volume
I'm
set.
not booking them
Nigga,
guys.
we out game. We got the money now. What y'all talking about? Nigga, we out game. We got the money, man.
Hey, but
Shit.
Jay,
Right.
We
Yeah,
got the
Right.
money.
let
go
me
ahead,
let
Ray.
me let me put this out there because it was something you said about putting the battles out on time. Remember when back in the day, King of the Dot used to put out a whole list of what days their battles was
Schedule.
dropping after
Yeah,
the
the
That
pay per
was
schedule.
view?
genius,
Yeah.
bro.
Man,
hmm
yes.
I miss
Yes.
those
Dude,
days.
like you said,
Yeah.
and I'm piggybacking off what you said, bro. These guys have to take full advantage. If URL is not utilizing those million subscribers, take them
Yeah,
subscribers away from them. Put them battles out on time. Don't sit up there and wait. Put them
yeah,
battles out there, man. Give the fans
yeah.
what they want, man. I
Yeah,
don't
and
know.
especially King of
Okay,
the
but let me
Dot of
ask you
all
this.
people
Let
been
me
putting
ask y'all
out
this.
2 day cards and they've been all fire battles down to
True.
the least
True.
the least known guys all the way on. You're doing 2 day events. You got guys like Saint just coming out here slapping people in their mouth. You got to put that out, man.
Yeah.
But let me say this. Let me say this. Sicko did say it's quantity over quality. Or quantity, yeah, quantity versus, I'm sorry, but quantity versus quality. But let me say this. Let me
hmm
say this. With RBE, okay. The fact that us as fans, not us, but us as fans, collectively
Yeah.
pit the two against each other. I'm not because I don't do that.
Yeah.
I'm a rap fan. I don't care where the battles come from. You see what I'm saying? You are
hmm
initially. I was a King of the Dot fan, a grind time fan before I became before I really, really, really got it. I say that to say, um, now that we've put when King of the Dot kind of fell off, and like really to me, they we looked at them as the most organized because you knew when the battles was coming out, and RL at that time was still trying to get it together. They were the best as far as urban went because this is for the most part an urban community. But when RBE kind of took that slot, I feel URL kind of thing that they can kind of what ARP does or what RBE does.
Yeah, they
So I
did.
feel like
Fuck
he
yeah,
may
they
move
did.
a little more strategic when
Mm-hmm.
it comes to out
Mm-hmm.
opposed to, you know what I mean? With
Royalty
him,
ain't nothing but ladies
with
and gents.
ARP, see the thing, and I don't really want to go and talk about a, huh? What you say?
Oh,
You
I was just
petty.
saying royalty ain't nothing but ladies and
You
gents.
petty.
Oh, what? Oh, y'all heard that? Oh, my bad. Damn, I ran out of water. Fuck.
I hate
Oh,
I can't
continue.
stand you.
Yeah.
Long story short, I feel like the way RBE moves may be more so putting out what and Narcotic 613 said ARP pays for the battles he wants to see, which is true. And the way that he puts them out, in my opinion, is yes, he puts them out in a way to where he can get the most potential. So I feel like he does maximize on the fact that URL ain't putting shit on the app.
Wait, sis. Finish reading that comment that he
Say he
said.
put
Finish
something.
reading that whole comment.
I mean, I said, I'm sorry. I said URL. They're not putting anything on YouTube. So being that RBE is in the second place right now, who the fuck is he contending with? When I put it out, I put it out. But if they decide to go and say, hey, let's put out such and such battle because a bigger name battle that they put on the app that they done took off the app and now put it on YouTube, it kills the momentum for what he's done. So I feel like he moves a little bit more strategic. I don't feel like he should wait 2 months. I don't, because he's very quick about what he does when it comes to the editing. There has been some, other priorities that he's taken care of, but for the most part, he is on it. So I feel like he does that a lot. I might be wrong, but that's just what I've seen. I will get back to that whole comment after
Mm-hmm.
that. Narcotic says maybe RBE would be the right place to make Lux and JC or something like that to happen. That would be good for 2020. Now, let's go back to that. 2020. I tell a lot of people this, and the ARP has said this. 2020, I feel like, again, that man is strategic. He sits back and he watches. They have the money, like Averb was saying, he did try to make that narrative about, well, why you didn't give Lux this, why you didn't do that. They have a system over there as far as how they do things. They have a battle rap budget. They just brought in a new partner as well. The money is there. It's self-sufficient. They don't use any money from home. Like, they use none of their home money. Every battle rap is completely sufficient on its own. The money is there to do massive events. However, things got to be right. We are in the day of the dollar, and unfortunately, the loyalty is not there. We got to look at the fact that ARP and them have been burned a lot.
Yeah.
So, especially with this whole Verb situation. So I just hate the fact that this whole URL shit, it messes up the money for these niggas. Because what they don't realize is, and that's no shit on URL, because at the end of the day, I fuck with them too. But how do you tell a nigga that he can't make money somewhere else, or try to, you know what I mean? You messing up my money. It's money out here for these folks to get. Just go to the battle and do the fucking battle. And it could be good everywhere. It's, you know what I mean? But unfortunately, that's what we dealing with. 2020, they are putting the route that they're going is more so putting the battles out that they, yes, do want to see. They want to bring it back to the essence. They want to try to grow some talent. But like I said, they're looking at the fact that, yeah, if they bring in somebody who I'm just going to say it, URL may have pushed by the wayside, get them hot again. If they're trying to go back to the essence and this keeps happening, how do we say, oh, well, they fell off, or they're not doing this and that and the other? Because when we say, oh, they're using URL battlers, how the fuck are they using URL battlers when URL they're not even organic from URL?
That's
Well,
true
you know
because
what? But
most of
that's what
them
Norm said he
hang
put his
around.
head out there. They say they discovered them. And like, no, you didn't discover shit. You went. You first off, they paid you to go host events. Then you go to these events. You pick up one or two guys that you like, and you maneuver from there. Like
Mm-hmm.
that whole I discovered people. Get the hell out of here with that shit. That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, these guys are free agents. So unless you book them
That's
for a
fact.
contract that's anywhere, like I know Cortez signed a five battle deal with URL.
They
Unless
did
you doing that,
360 deals.
yeah, I mean, unless you doing that,
I
right?
call them
You
360
can't
deals.
you can't sit there and tell nobody anything. The only thing that I hate
Right.
when it comes to battle rap is that it seems being a man of your word doesn't matter that much anymore. You
Doesn't
know,
mean anything.
No.
Right. Right.
but just I mean, not to get off topic, but let's just think about this for a second. Would the conversation about Verb be a little bit different in terms of how people view him? Because I saw No Mercy say something like, "Look, Verb battled Mook and Lux, and it did nothing for him." Let's just say, right? To
Mm.
me, had he battled Mook, still did the battle with Iron, and then gone and battled Lux, what the hell can you possibly tell Verb? That's A. B. Think about it. If you
Not a
backed
goddamn
off
thing.
the battle with Iron, and it's still your battle with Lux still wasn't until 6 months, 7 months later, what was the point? So now you damage the real bad, or, well, excuse me, you damage the real good business relationship you have with ALP. Remember, there was a time URL wasn't fucking with
You
none of the
burned
St.
and
Louis
blew
guys.
that bridge up.
You know what I'm
Right.
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Yeah.
So
Right.
when URL wasn't fucking with no St. Louis dudes, they were all having their issues. One thing ALP was constantly, I mean, look, the proof is there. He kept putting Verb in a situation. Does that mean
Mm-hmm.
you have to be 100% loyal to the dude? I'm not saying shut down other battles. I'm saying be a man of your word.
Big man, your
Do
word.
what you got to do
Yeah.
with what y'all agreed on, and then maneuver from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was 1 foot in the fucking grave, and that Mook battle saved his fucking life.
And before
It saved
that,
his fucking life.
you know what I'm saying? Even before that, the other battles, when he battled Swave and all them other guys, whether people like the battles or not, URL was not fucking with him at the time.
At
It
all.
wasn't happening. Nobody from St. Louis. They was going back and forth with Hitman. Young Ill had took their money and ran. You know what I'm saying? Verb was wanting more money and more promo from them. So they had that good 2 year span where it was dead spots for them. So
Mm-hmm.
ARP was the one constantly reaching out to Verb and trying for Ill. Like, come on, man. Either way, I just see it as regardless of what. I think he hurt himself bad for future money when you backed out of that
Hmm.
shit with Iron. Like that was just so stupid of a move. Plus, I think it took a legacy hit for me. You know how crazy it would have been you battle Mook, Iron, and Lux. Now you can
Yeah.
turn around and do like what Surf do. My man, if you ain't hitting me for 20 or better, I don't want to talk to you.
I think Verb and
Right.
Iron could have been amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
Oh
because
probably could have
yeah.
been
Oh yeah.
amazing. In that setting, that would have been amazing.
they
Damn you,
styles,
Verb.
their styles are so similar. That would have been freaking wild. Like,
I
Plus, their
think, but
Mm-hmm.
to
legacy
me,
battles. These are
yeah.
arguably Mount Rushmore dudes. Like, come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna say the one thing that you touched on, and this is true, because they remember when JC had that moment where he wasn't doing too well, URL started rocking with him. He went over
Mm-hmm.
there to RBE, built himself
Oh,
back up, and then URL welcomed him back with open arms, and he was like,
oh
okay,
red,
let me
oh
go back.
red,
Oh red, yep.
ill
So my
will.
thing is this.
Yeah, it was. It was.
My
It
thing
was. It
is
was. It
this.
was
My thing is this. It's something that
RBE
Wayne
is
said.
low
If
key
you get
battle
all of these
royale.
PGs
Mhm.
and you're sitting up here, you don't know what to do with them. I feel like most of these PGs need to go ahead and take their shot over at a RBE or a KOTD to build their brand back up. And if you feel like you want to go back to URL, go back over there. But here's the thing: just like how they was throwing JC to the wayside, Verb to the wayside, and when these motherfuckers go throw Jack Boy Main to the wayside, for real,
Hey,
because
yo,
this
whoa,
shit is
whoa, relax,
because this
relax,
shit is getting ridiculous.
relax, relax,
Oh
relax.
shit.
Like
Don't
no,
do my boy
because
Jack
look,
like that,
Oh
they will sit
man.
up
shit.
there and give. They've
Ooh,
been
that
giving
hurt me
all,
in my spirit.
and this
Don't
is
do that.
true.
Don't do
This
that.
no,
That
this is
hurt me
true.
in my spirit.
This
Jesus.
this is true. This is true.
Oh.
we sitting up here, we keep giving these guys chance after chance after chance, but then the established dudes, we not giving them that many chances. Oh, you mess up once or twice, oh, we got to throw you by the wayside. Remember, it was at one point that Surf and ARP was talking, and they was actually online, like actually talking so everybody could see it. And then before you knew it,
that was recently.
And before you knew it, the talk stopped.
How many times this nigga gotta die?
Chill out, man.
Why the fuck?
He going through things, man. Listen,
hey,
you run around with champion sneakers on, you're going through something.
My co-hosts are ruthless.
Listen,
my co-hosts are ruthless.
Listen, but what they gotta understand is the moment you see somebody with champion sneakers on, you know they're going through something. Give them a break. Let them regroup a bit. You know, hey, Jack is one of my favorites, man. I can't deny he hasn't looked, right in his last.
Always. That's my guy.
Yeah, Jack is phenomenal. He just got to get it together. Well, that's all that is.
Yo, Super Sicko left a comment. He asks, "Is ATL the right place for RBE?"
No.
Absolutely.
Well, no.
Absolutely.
No.
Yes, it is.
No. Me personally, even though I'm a Detroiter, I'm gonna say this. I honestly think RBE need to go back to NY. That's just me.
Come on.
Y'all give y'all reasons. Y'all give y'all reasons why. And once y'all do that, I'm gonna leave it alone because I want to go to DME Detroit's comment because that shit is funny. But we're gonna talk because
real quick.
Talk about something that Jay said, but we're gonna back to that. So go ahead.
Real quick, this is why I feel like RBE should go back to New York. Number one, visually, Drum looked better. Number two, he already have a rapport where this is an untapped market because Smacking them is traveling now. So you went on ahead, you did your thing at ATL, you doing your go back to Drum, man, and finish trying to lay them bricks down and take that mug over, man. Like it's other. I think also besides Drum, I'm pretty sure it's another venue he could possibly find in New York, man. I think he's just that good of a businessman where he can get another door open in NY where he can actually really like put his foot down. That's just my opinion. But again, I'm just a Detroit dude. But
I ain't mad at that. I'm not mad at that. But for the time being, he'll be in ATL. Y'all need to pull up because it's cheaper than what you would spend in New York. But see, that's coming from a New Yorker because Jay is a New Yorker. So that's why they're going to feel that way.
Yeah.
Us down here in the South, we like the fact that he's the road. We can see what we need to see and be done with that. Let's get back to Lord Jesus. Timberland's TV said, okay, I didn't even realize that you said the man had on state issue shoes, but I'm gonna leave that alone. I didn't like damn. DME Detroit said Jack Boy and ASAP Man are URL's golden boys. They get the chance. I gotta read this shit right. I can't even get the words out because he is so fucking right. He said that's their golden boys. They get the chances 99% of the battlers will never get. Absolutely fucking factual.
Big facts.
Let me ask y'all this.
Facts.
Being that these are both Goonies. Now here's the thing about Jack. I ain't so mad because Jack, that's little bro. I'm not even gonna front. I felt like he had a lot of star power in the beginning, and unfortunately, I don't know. I feel like listening to the wrong people as far as how to handle certain situations. I know that John John's situation was a huge black cloud over his head, and I was actually there when that shit happened. So I knew a lot of stuff that happened, and I knew a lot of that was lies. You see what I'm saying? But when you have people in your ear telling you, oh, this is what you should do to chase that battle, that's one thing that certain things you should not do. First off, you have to keep this battle rap. John John is seasoned. He is a fucking vet, and he knows how to win. He knows how to win on cam and off cam. You still in rookie mode, trying to get your feel. So I really feel like that fucked him up. And instead of, he should have been more, I don't know. He should have been cultivating himself more than sitting back, soaking up the fame of being a Goonie, a rock star, so to speak. You feel me?
Let
Uh,
me say this one thing before somebody else jump in. Let me say this one thing about Jack Boy, because I did make a joke earlier, but I'm gonna tell you this. When he first came out, I thought he was dope. He had his own style. He
mhm.
was unique. Jack Boy give me that Adrian Bronner feel. Remember when Adrian Bronner was supposed to be in the next up until that loss to
I
Marcos
feel like that's
Maidana, and he really never recovered from that?
Yeah.
To me,
yeah.
that's what Jack Boy's career is at right now. And to me, I feel like Jack Boy
Facts.
does have a chance to recover. I did hear he had a great showing versus Suge. I did hear that. But I think
Okay.
Jack, this is just me, Jack needs to go ahead and separate himself from the Goonies and start doing his own thing. That's just me. I think Jack will get a lot more shine if
I
he
would agree.
separates himself from the Goonies
Agree.
and do his own thing. That's just me. But go ahead, Jay.
Well, for
He's
me,
he's a star on
I
his
have to
own.
say he is. Tell him yes. Tell him to stop texting me. Yes. No, they get their own. Just tell that boy don't text me if it ain't a point. Um, he said it out loud too. so here's my take on that whole thing was I think he did spend too much time with the back and forth with John. When it initially happened, that's how I even found out about Jack Boy. When they first had they back and forth about the contract, and I didn't know who the hell he
Mm.
was prior to that. But I do think they spent too much time with it after that. And then for you to actually get a shot years down the line and to lay a damn egg and have an anxiety attack, that shit was horrible. But
Oh
I
my
do think
God,
that
that was
Jack,
horrible.
we are on the Union channel, me and Visuel, we interviewed Jack. He hit us up one day and then interviewed with us, and he was. I could see he's constantly thinking too much about what people think. And what I kept telling him is sometimes,
Facts. He does.
I mean, and this is
He
battle
does.
rappers in general. Y'all will focus on the 10% of people who say negative shit to you and ignore the 90% of the people who show love to you.
Facts.
Sometimes it's
Mhm.
just like you were talking about boxing. I'm a big boxing fan. I think a lot of boxers, just like battle rappers, make a mistake when they change so much of what they do because of what people were saying. No, get in there and fight your fight. The reason why we rock
Yep.
with you,
Yep.
you brought brand new energy. You came with dope ass bars, dope performance, and your writing was getting better and better as you went. He went on an interview and said he feel he got to start dumbing down everything. And I'm like, even when he talked with us, I said, don't dumb down shit for the people. You can't alienate your
Okay. Well,
core
first
fan
off, dumbing
and
down.
overthink it.
Dumbing
Yeah.
down. I'm sorry. Never mind. Go ahead. Never mind.
No, I gotta
That's
say
my
what you
little
saying.
bro. I was gonna say dumbing down. I mean, bro, some of the shit I don't even understand what you're saying.
I'm gonna keep
And
it real. I'm
I'm
in the
pretty
same boat, Wing. Like it was like a lot of times.
I'm
Like
pretty
I was
intellectual
at
when
the
it comes
Suge
to the
battle.
bars and some of the shit, right? Japanese, he can leave that alone.
I
Oh
was
I
at
yeah,
the
mean,
that.
Suge and
you
Big
know,
T battles, and some of the stuff the crowd was going crazy for. But I'm like, I wish I really understood what the hell he was talking about. But yeah, like like it was just like I ain't gonna, I
so
can't
But
And
this
you
lie.
is
know
what I'm
you
what?
know,
saying. He
I like
he
I
for my
he too
reaction
many
to be
times
genuine.
thinking about
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Like you trying to do too much shit instead of just keep doing what made you dope. Stop paying it because
right,
everything is about the negative feedback. Even with us, he kept saying in the interview how the reason why he asked to interview with us is because he wanted to know. You know, he was stressing too much of what everybody was saying. What should he do different? And we was all telling him, don't do shit different, except stop trying to be different. You got to just keep doing what you
right.
got to do. He started stepping up his promo game even more and more and more. And it's like, yo, this is what you got to do. But the number one thing you can't ever fail to realize is if you spend too much time breaking your own head about all the negative comments you're getting, you can't even get your bars out right. You can't even
Right, right.
structure
And
anything right.
listening to the
Let
crowd
me
and
tell
all of
you,
that, right. That's what
re-
hold on 1 minute, hold on 1 minute, Ray. Hold on. Sicko said, uh Sicko said, groups, crews, whatever are now we're now seeing that they hurt the growth of the battlers. Shout out to Swamp. That's a fact. Timberland TV said, Jack the guy at the video shoot, while everyone else has a prop gun, he has a real one. He has to separate the entertainment from the real
Jonathan
aspect.
went down and told you, yeah. I told you,
Yeah.
yeah. Stop texting me about that. I said, yeah. So
Oh,
now you came all the way up here to hear the yes again.
that sounded like me
So
yesterday
forget
or
the
day before
text.
yesterday. For my
Forget
But
like the text again. Your right answer ain't enough. Now you want to come up and confirm it because coming up here made it better than the text. What's wrong with this
but
kid?
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this. This is what getting in your own head would do. I was fighting amateur MMA, had my one and only title match. I got into it with my daughter's mom prior to the fight.
You lost.
I got into that cage. My mind was not on that fight. I dominated the first 2 rounds. By the third round, this dude had me in the weakest rear naked choke, but I didn't care about that match no more. I wanted to be with my daughter. I tapped out and gave him the belt. That's what being in your head gets you. And and I said the same thing to Ace Amin in this battle versus Swamp. Bro, you thinking too hard. You know your bars. Get them shits out. Get out of your head, bro. I've been there before. I know what getting in your head will do to you. Believe me, I know. So you're right, Jay. You 100% right. That Jack is too talented. Same thing with Ace. Get out of your head, man. If you got the talent, you feel you got. Do that shit. It's that simple. Do it.
Let me ask you a question though, Ray. What will be worse, choking in the battle or getting choked out in the fight?
Probably. Look, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say choking in the battle because that rear naked choke was weak that my man had me in, and I could have got out, but I didn't care, so I just was like, "Fuck it, you got a belt."
Jay, you ain't shit.
Right. Oh my God. No, you know what? Back to Ace. Here's the thing. And I've been saying this about Ace, like it was no hate towards him. I liked his energy. I liked the whole Mr. Moore interviews, battles, and all that shit. And all that was really cute. That was cute to get the attention. You know what I mean? He's another one who I feel like didn't need the Goonie name to actually really get where he is. My whole thing here, and not for nothing, dude. And I see how he looks at he's taking it all in. He's a scholar. He wants to be able to learn different things. So I admire the fact that he'll pay attention to certain things and he's trying to learn. I don't know what's going on in his home life, and and Jay the Nightwing is another one. We're gonna come back to him in a minute. But Ace has fucked up royally 3 times. And I said from the beginning, y'all putting too much faith in him. He came into this game learning to write a certain way. Fuck more battles and fuck more and have more one-rounders than learning how to write for 3. It's a different tech 3-round battle than it is for a 1-round battle. Not to mention you're an artist. So at the end of the day, and this may not be what it is, I feel like it might be. I feel like that's the way that he does, the way that he's rapping. And then I thought he was a fighter, like your wind. There's a lot of sloppy shit about him. He don't even have the wind that I would think that a fighter would have. And they're putting this man in main stage situations already. He ain't ready.
Yeah, but he
Back
talked
that
his
man
way
up.
to that.
Yeah.
He talked his way to that, which we were saying that's what JC should do a little more. But he talked his way to it. But I'm with you, especially for somebody who's, you could see the dude isn't out of shape. You know what I'm saying? And I agree with you. A lot of time he seems like he's about to pass out in the middle of stuff. And now the new thing is the bumping, trying to knock your shoulder off shit. I don't get that. Like, you came to battle or you came here to fight?
Either.
I And
Mo
then you can't
Williams,
do all that
Mo
and can't
Williams,
get
you
through
ain't
the
shit. Mo Williams, you ain't shit for that comment. Salute
I
to
don't
you
know
though, Mo
why I'm
Williams.
cutting
What's that?
out. Like I said, I don't know why I'm
Mo
cutting
Williams was
out.
like, no,
Sicko.
you
It's
lost.
like
That's why you tapped
the
out.
weather here is weird. The weather here is weird, Sicko. I don't know. Our AT&T on their bullshit after Christmas, I guess. I don't know. But we got tornado winds coming and going, so that might be why. I'm not sure. I'm sorry, y'all, if I'm cutting out.
Yeah.
But hell
Well,
yeah.
listen, y'all. I'm gonna stay on a few more minutes, but y'all, I'm gonna go down because they ain't gonna stop texting me about dumb shit. So I'm gonna have to go down. Go ahead, though. Go ahead.
DME Detroit said he should have talked his way. He should have talked his way out. Now you have to back. Yeah, now you got to back up what the fuck you were saying. You ain't
I
lying.
agree.
I mean,
I agree.
where does he go now? Where does he go?
Where does he? That's a good question. I can't even say
You know what? Let me
where Ace
ask y'all
go from
this.
there
Let
now.
me ask y'all this. Let me ask y'all this. Since we speaking about Ace, let me ask y'all this because his cohort, his counterpart, his crony felt like Swamp should not be where he is. Like he was not. He's not good enough.
Who said that?
Don't do the eye rub. Let's talk about this. Twerk
Yeah,
said
I'm just waiting.
he made
I'm just waiting
comments
to jump
about
in.
Swamp.
I'm just waiting.
How y'all feel about that?
I'm just waiting to jump in. Y'all just let me
Go
know
ahead.
when it's
Go ahead. Jump
Go
in.
ahead, man. Kick this one off. Kick this one off.
Yeah. It's a loaded question. So yeah, I heard Twerk. Twerk got me blocked on Twitter. I still don't know why. I don't talk negatively. No, like I've been blocked by random people just randomly. I don't know what's
Yeah.
going on. But that don't stop me from keeping it real though. Cause Twerk is one of the most impactful battle rappers in the game. And like regardless if he takes it serious or not, the man is just amazing. I just wish he'd just be more serious. I think it's because he's young. He's only 25. Like dude's getting paid crazy amounts of
Niggas
money
be
to do
saying
something that he
only
just
25. Like that is like, man, you know what? Okay, never mind. Go ahead. I
I'm
was
with
doing
you,
it.
Wing. I'm with you,
Wing,
Wing.
I know. We
You
made these
know,
babies.
like, bruh, only 25?
Yeah.
Really? That's what we doing?
Hold
Okay.
on. Let ego. Let ego. Let ego.
We was raised
Okay.
different. I know. Trust me. When I was
I'm
25,
sorry.
I wasn't reckless. So, but I mean, Twerk just I don't know why he would say that about Swamp though. Like, cause technically, like the first thing I say to combat his argument was, bro, you choked all 3 rounds on your first PG. Yeah, and according to old school battle rules, you shouldn't have been back.
No, you shouldn't.
But because he was so impactful and Jazz backed him, they brought him back.
Exactly. Swamp. To this day, I still think Swamp's best performance versus Young.
Hold on. What did he say, DME? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see that part. Oh, let me hold on. See, E, you didn't say that shit. DME Detroit just said not only did he say that, he said that Ace deserved his spot. So even after, okay, I thank you for correcting that. Even after even after Swamp bodied him. Okay, so, and this was a recent interview, so obviously it wasn't no old shit.
Yeah.
Really?
I understand
Right,
taking up for
Sicko,
your team,
right.
but at that point you reaching.
But you know what I respect though, and I gotta say this. I don't normally say that. I don't normally say I respect anything he does. He did say he wants to battle Swamp. He said he wants to prove that Swamp isn't that good. So that part I can respect because most people just tell you trash and that's it.
Yeah.
So the fact that he said, "Look, I'll prove it. I'm willing to take the battle. I'll prove it." Because we can't really take his word. Let's just be real. So, if
Jay,
he's gonna follow up on that, I can respect it.
But Jay, let me ask this. How does that really say that he's not good or not better than? He beat your mans. And even if your mans had choked, he would have won. You feel me? All 3 rounds.
Yeah, no,
all 3 rounds.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm just saying I'm just saying, if there's
what I'm
any
saying,
credit to give, is
I
the fact that
appreciate
he's not just saying you whack. He's saying I'm willing to prove it. So if there's any silver lining, that's the only thing I could give him. But I'm
but
with you. You can't say the dude is whack when he's sitting there
I
visibly beating
don't,
the dude. And listen, it wasn't just a choke for
and if
Ace.
we're not paying
Ace's material
attention,
wasn't good. Ace material wasn't good in that swamp battle.
it was not good, right? It was not. It was not, and it was not that great. And I mean, you know, I know motherfuckers. Snake Eyes has become the villain, but it wasn't that great in the Snake Eyes.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna keep that above.
just
Yeah, I
quick.
mean, but
Yeah, just quick info. Like I like talk. I talk to Ace like outside of battle rap, usually about it, but you know, just offline. You know what I'm saying? He'll come to me, I guess, because he just respects my opinion and sees I break this stuff down like analysis, just so these battles get better. Because I mean, hell, I want y'all to be better, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all because I have to
right,
pay. I'm paying to
Yeah.
watch y'all now, so I hope y'all listen to something I'm saying. So, you know, and we've talked about that stuff. I appreciate Ace for being accountable for his loss because a lot of people just make excuses. Like he hasn't dodged how bad that performance was. But yeah, he does need to tighten it up. I'm not sure what's going on. Like we said, life factors are playing in his performances, whatever the case may be. And like she was saying, where did Ace go from
Right.
here? I don't know either. I personally don't know either. But I believe he has the ability to be great. He just has to get it together. But the whole twerk situation, trying to play home team and stuff like that, and put down Swamp while trying to boost Ace. I mean, I don't think that was the way to go about it. I was just like,
I
I mean,
agree.
like Twerk, if you want to just prove that you're better than Swamp, just tell him to set the battle up. And then you don't have to put him down to boost your man's up. Your man's got his own talent to do that for himself, bro. He just has
Right.
to get it together. Same Jack and everybody else, they just have to get it together. You don't have to put down
Yeah.
Swamp to make that point. You know what I'm saying? Because piss Swamp off, and
right,
he might get you. Because the thing about Twerk, I don't like giving predictions on Twerk battles because I don't know if he's gonna take it seriously.
you
If
don't
I
know
have
what
to,
twerk you're getting, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
I don't like putting predictions on battlers if I have to say if they come with
Yeah.
3 rounds. I feel like I shouldn't have to say that.
You
Why do I
shouldn't.
have to say that? Your
You
Yeah.
job
shouldn't.
is to come for 3 rounds. I paid to come watch you battle. Why aren't you coming with three?
not the 3 rounds that you did in the car.
Yeah.
You know
But
what I'm
you know
saying?
what? And
Like,
here's another thing. You got these fans that say, "Well, y'all shouldn't complain about that." I said, "Okay, well, go buy a pair of Jordans that's not completely put together,
I agree with
Talk
you.
your
or
I'd say
shit.
shit like that
or
all
Talk
the
your
time.
go
shit.
or go buy a rapper's album and they ain't finished spitting all their bars on every song, and
Talk
they
your
just
shit.
say, or they say, "Oh man, run that back. Oh man, hold on, run that back," and you keep hearing that in the song. See, the thing is like I feel like, and we're consumers. We should have the right to say, "Yo, man, I paid to be entertained. You are a professional. I don't have time for the nonsense of you writing your stuff 24 hours, not remembering it, choking, and all of this, and then saying, oh, well, if you don't like it, I'll block you, or if you don't like it, then don't watch it. No, I paid to be, oh, you get out of this profession, go do something else. You
Right.
know, like, I mean, go stock boxes or some shit, go work for Amazon or something. But my thing is this, if you getting paid thousands of dollars to do something, do it to your best of your ability, because you're in the position where a lot of people is still working to get a check every 2 weeks or every week. You're getting paid right there on the spot, thousands of dollars to do
Right.
something, to sit there for 9 minutes, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever, to rap some bars.
I'm with
It
you.
ain't that hard.
That's a fact. I
that
agree.
about it.
I agree. I agree.
It's crazy.
I absolutely agree. That's facts. Um. So I mean, we talking about twerk. You know what? And we're gonna wrap it up after this. Because I think tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Friday. Saturday. Um. Shout out to O because it was kind of last minute, and I'm sorry I worked all day today, so I really couldn't collab the way I needed to with him. But he was supposed to be coming on. He has a solid card that actually I haven't heard a whole lot about, but it's some fire ass battles on that card. So shout out to him for those. I don't know if it's pay-per-view though. I know that it's
Yeah,
going
it
to be in
still
St.
hasn't been
Louis.
made clear.
Tickets,
They still not clear about whether or not it's pay per view. And there's I
right?
don't know her
And
name, but there's a female involved with the card. I guess I don't know if she's part of the street status staff or what. But I know Kim and then she tags me on a lot of it, and I keep asking if it's pay per view, and I haven't gotten an answer yet. So
yeah, he was supposed to come on tonight with us. But like I said, our scheduling was kind of off. I don't know if he thinks I'm on the East Coast. I'm not sure, but either way, we will have him on before the event so we can find that out. But yeah, if y'all have not heard about the A Solid Card event going on the 29th, is on a Sunday. It's John the Don versus Young Ill, Math Hoffa versus B Magic, Twerk versus Oops, Chess versus MVP, W Dub versus Boat Show Holly.
Boat Shoe Holly.
Okay. All right. And then the openers will be announced. It's $50 to $120. So I just wanted to give a shout out on that until we can get him on. But Twerk
he zoomed his face in when you said 50 to 120. He straight zoomed his face up like, wait, what? Hey, that 120 probably a stage pass, bro. It's probably stage pass.
But here's the other part to that. Here's the other part to that. That's also why I want to bring O on. I need to know if these are one rounders. Because even if it's paid per view, that's gonna matter. Yeah, that's gonna matter.
Good point. Great point.
He don't want to go out like John, because that nigga got flamed for that.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they killed John for that shit. They killed him for that.
With Battle Academy, man. That last Battle Academy event ended up being like that too. Some of it wasn't their fault. Some of it
all one-rounders.
But it can end up being all one-rounders.
It's a shame we got to the point where these cats got to clarify whether the event is 3 rounds. That
dead ass though. Like we are but the last couple of years, it's like one-rounders. I'ma tell you, I fucks with some one-rounders, but I ain't fuck with a one-rounder in a long ass time. And I feel like that's cheating the culture with certain battles. You know what I mean? It's like certain big name battles that we've had or battles that we want to see. It's like somebody to pay that person full price for a 3-round battle. Now you got 4 fucking rounds, which, to do that back in the day where they did go that extra round or whatever the case may be. But today it's just like, oh, just one and done.
But the thing about the 1-round is the time limit is so long that it might as well be 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Rock rap for like 9 minutes. I'm like,
nigga, I done went back and rewrote the whole Ephesians shit.
I'd be lost.
That's a fact.
I just be like, bro, why is this battle 27 minutes and it's a 1-rounder? That's 3. I can't do it, bro.
Oh,
so I wanted to do that, but let's talk about ads real quick before Jay gotta go.
Yeah.
Hey, Callie, long time no see, huh? Okay, let's talk about Terrence Williams. Ooh, Sicko asked a good question. He said, "Is Twerk showing up?"
Say that again. Y'all all broke up real quick. What did he say?
He said, Sicko asked, "Is Twerk showing up?"
Okay.
We never know, man.
That's also sad, bro. Like let
me tell you something, man.
Check it out though. But check it out though, because here's my thing. That's a good question. Because had this battle not been rescheduled, he would have battled Av a week ago?
Yeah.
And he would have been battling today. 2 weeks ago. He had the situation with his father, I'm glad I didn't, from what I haven't heard anything. So, prayers up that, everything worked out there. However,
Right.
now it's rescheduled. So now you got to prep all over again.
Um. Okay, so that's a toss up if Vigo show up to the very solid card event. But to speak on royalty, Av, twerk, I'm taking Av, man. I'm taking Av.
I had Av too. I ain't gonna hold you. Consistency. It's literally off consistency. That's the only factor that I'm banking on, and that's just,
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Why
look,
you do that to Bill
Pump,
Collector?
I'll tell you this though. Number one, I'm one of the people who I stopped supporting anything that had the man name on it. I did that for the whole last year, and it wasn't until what I think last event or something that I paid for something that his name was on. And I was not playing. I didn't give a fuck who. Listen, John and Hollow that event. I didn't buy that event. I did not buy that
I
event. Now I ended up buying
still ain't watching.
with somebody else, but I didn't buy that shit the whole last year. DME in the chat. DME will tell you how true that is. I was not purchasing nothing that his name is on. Big league,
Oh wow.
league, I didn't care. Yeah,
Right.
because
I'm sorry. I'm reading the comment.
listen, because my thing is, how many times are we gonna complain about it? When is everybody gonna do something about it? You gonna keep giving your
True,
money, knowing damn well now you the idiot. He ain't even at fault no more. Just like I say
true.
about these leagues who keep
Right.
booking them and then get mad. My man, he did it to 15
Right.
other leagues. How many? Listen, I got an interview that I put out like 3 weeks ago with Young Smurf from Cleveland. Smurf talked about
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
his incident with him. That's what created the whole issue that he had in Ohio. At the end of the day, this dude has done that so many times. Now it's up to the league. If you book him and he dead you on your money, you the dumb one. Now, apparently, in this situation, Oops keeps saying on Twitter that them two have a real close relationship. But then again, I've seen Oops say that about a lot of battle rappers. So,
Right.
is he gonna
Right.
show up? Is he not gonna show up? Honestly speaking, that's one of the main reasons why I haven't pushed so hard to find out. I asked about the pay-per-view 3 times. After that, I stopped asking. You know what I'm saying? And then at the time that I was asking, he wasn't announced on the card yet. They had announced all the other battles. He wasn't announced. And I was like, look, you know what? Now I really don't know about this. I mean, if they tell me it's a pay-per-view, it's a small league, street status deserves so much respect. I don't think that they get
Right.
Facts.
praise for
And
listen,
it's
street
been
status
around
has,
forever.
but not only
You know,
that,
it
think
was
of
a time
some of
when
the
URL
greats.
fuck with
Some of
street
the greats
status.
came from
Like, yeah,
some of them greats
right.
came from street
Right.
status. So that's why I want to support street status. I feel like they've been a staple. Listen, they've been huge for Midwest in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, and they
For
deserve
real.
our
For
support. You know what I'm
real.
saying? They definitely deserve our support. So, I'm hoping. Great question. In terms of the amount of rounds, this is stuff we definitely need answers from way before the event. And I'm just hoping. I'm hoping that's the case. Give us the info. You know, let it be 3 rounds. And if we got a question whether dude is showing up or not on this one, I would support only because of Street Status's legacy, and they deserve it.
Right.
DME is super sicko is in the comments wilding right now, dog.
You are wilding right now. Callie said, "Can we get drunk Av that battle well shit, that was kind of a battle, right, Callie? That battle Verb to show up against Twerk. Most aggression she ever seen with Av. She said, cause low key he be 2K chiller. Yeah. DME said that Jay is on his petty. And then they said that Sicko said that you can't fight the fan. I guess
Yeah, you can.
he was saying, well, true. I don't want to see Danny and Twerk any. Well, I don't. Do y'all want to see Danny and
No,
Twerk anymore?
no,
I ain't
not
want to
Nah,
anymore.
see
it,
it. I ain't
Not
it,
want
it
to
lost
anymore.
its
see it.
juice. It lost
Danny
its
and
I
Twerk?
juice.
didn't see it when they first talked about it. I was just like, pass. Get that out of here. Like, I'm good.
You already gave the bar guy chain away. So why?
Mm.
Why? Okay, that answers the question, guys.
Yep,
Oh,
dubbed
well,
that,
there we
sir.
go. It's a whole bunch of nopes. Never did want to see Danny
Right,
and Vince
I'm
work.
seeing no, hell no.
Never did. Hell, everybody is like, okay,
Oh
listen.
man.
Work. There is controversy. Let's get into the ladies because there is some controversy with this battle on this royalty card. I'm seeing some stuff with Cheddar and Diesel that they got bumped to the second, and the battle may not go down. From my understanding, the battle is going down. And as far as the placement of where they go is an issue. I don't have a problem with it. I understand how they feel, but I don't have a problem with it because strategically, you could put Av and them on a day 2, but why would you?
Only
Because it would
only
sell
reason
that venue out.
but the only reason I say to put them on day 2 for any reason, one, it would look like that volume field because the venue they're battling in, I don't know if y'all watched G-Lo versus Skate.
Well, I've been to the top. I've been to the top.
No. That's not where it's happening. Day 2 is not happening at the top.
Oh no, but that's what I'm saying. I should feel like they should be on day 1.
Oh, okay.
I haven't been to day 2 event. Where is that at?
Day 2, that's if you watch Skates versus G-Lo or J Moore versus Diesel, that was 2 one-offs they dropped to promote some of the battles that was battling on Survivor Series. That's where that is. Yeah, that's what that is. It's very spacious. It's like very intimate, like that old school. It was the same place JC Battle Cortez. Y'all saw that, right?
Okay, yeah.
That's where that's at.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
But again, I
so
think putting that battle on day 2 would definitely sell more tickets. I believe. I think that
because that's
you put that
I
up there
agree.
as the
I
main
agree.
episode or right under
But
the co-main event. That's gonna sell the tickets. That's who's gonna fill that venue for day 2.
I agree. But the question is, are we getting both days? Because remember, you already a lot of people got pissed off because we had
You're
got
not.
Smack Volume on pay-per-view, but we didn't get the second
wait a
day.
minute. I don't think that this is royalty. Is it pay-per-view? Is royalty pay-per-view?
Roy's pay-per-view. Yeah.
Oh shit! Oh,
I don't know if day 2's pay-per-view, but my thing is
no.
whether it's
It's not.
pay-per-view or not. Yeah, whether it's pay-per-view or not, I'm just saying if you're talking about ticket sales and getting people to the venue, then it makes sense to put that on day 2.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Yeah, because they're just doing after door sales for day 2. Like there's not
Right. Well, as far as I knew before I
do
even realized that this was pay-per-view, yeah, that's usually the way. And not for nothing, this is more of a Queen of the Ring event, and normally
Allegedly.
it's not. Normally
Allegedly.
Depot doesn't do. Huh?
Jay said allegedly. Jay said allegedly.
Allegedly. Right. But normally, right, yeah, right.
wow.
Listen, we kind of know what, like I said, I think one of y'all said it before earlier. Ladies and gents is an awesome who was that? Petty ass as Shy Brown said that. Royalty is a spinoff of Ladies and Gents. We know this. So day 1 has to be on pay-per-view. It makes sense. No. But in the interim of it all, you put the hottest battles there. You do not put Av and Twerk on no day 2 card. You just don't. Unfortunately, you just don't.
No. I agree, but Jay made a point. If you wanted to move more tickets for day 2, then you could put Av and Twerk on there.
You could, but everybody, or you could potentially fuck up day 2.
That is true as well.
How do you mess it up?
$50. Day 1 is $50. 9 times out of 10, I don't know what the actual price is, but I know usually with Debo the way that usually day 2 is about $20-$30.
It's 30. I talked to Ike already.
Okay, so it's $30. Around that.
Yeah.
You put Av and them on there, you got to go back up to 50.
Oh yeah, that's a fact. And niggas gonna be mad. They gotta wait to go through like 12 PGs.
Right. You know what I mean? It's they're not going to, and I'm not being funny when I say this, but if we look at day two card, they're, I mean, the biggest names. Cheddar is not she's a big name for Queen of the Ring. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah,
it
she's
doesn't.
not.
It's so, huh?
Yeah.
What you say?
No, it's just I feel where you was going. My bad. I wasn't trying to. I was agreeing.
I just feel like
Mm.
um okay, so Callie asked why. I got to come back to that because I thought I was going to be able to word that the right way, but nothing that I'm going to say is going to come out the right way. I fuck with Cheddar, I really do.
I do
Diesel
too.
has kind of dropped the ball as the first lady of Richmond to be on. Well, I don't know, to head up one of the URL cards. From my understanding, when I heard a Queen of Battle Rap interview, Lady Flames is supposed to be on this card too. They were supposed to have a surprise battle as well, but I don't know if that's still supposed to be going down. But ultimately, I just see day two. I'm sorry. I ain't mad at it. Callie asked, why don't the leagues do a complete intergender card? Do they think that it wouldn't make enough money, or people don't want to watch it? I'm gonna let y'all answer that. As far as intergender battles go, a complete.
Bruh, the first intergender battle that I saw that was an absolute massacre, and nobody can change my mind about this, was when Miss Hustle battled O-Red at Queen of the Ring.
Stop it. Stop it.
He
Stop.
put her in a bag, and I put it like this: the battle,
First one, you what?
it was a 1-round battle. I remember it was specific. I think it's like 22 minutes. O-Red rapped for 7. Miss Hustle rapped for like 14 and still died. It was bad. Like I was just
I don't
like,
think it was bad. I thought it was clear Obed took it. I thought it was clear win. I didn't think she was bad though.
Okay, so to answer the question, do I think it can make money? Yeah, but it depends on what males and what females you put on this card, because it is females with that star power just like males. So it depends on what league. If they do a full intergender card, what leagues is going to put who with who? I do agree that at first when RBE at first announced ladies and gents, I thought that was going to be the whole concept of the card, but it
yeah.
turned out not to be that. And then of course the royalty card is kind of similar to how RBE took it. But yeah, I mean, I would be interested in it, but it would be the matchups and what females and males that they put on this card that could sell the card.
That is
I
a
will
fact.
I will be interested in it. And also I think the 5 of us is a bit different. I think we're more entrenched. I don't know that the casual fan is gonna want to see it.
Right.
I would love to see. I know you guys would, but
Right.
the thing, I agree with you 100%. It depends what the matchups are. But, and I want you guys also to give me your opinion on this. With the size of the venue matter, I think if it's a big ass place, like you trying to do it on some Summer Madness shit, then I'm gonna say no.
Nah.
I
Yeah,
think a
I agree.
small to medium room at best. I don't even think it should be even. I would hesitate even on the medium room, but I would definitely like to see that in a small room. Um, no more, maybe 200 people to max. I wouldn't want to see that in a big thing. I just think it would
Yeah.
be way different, and it would throw a lot off.
Oh fuck! I forgot about
Let me
that
ask this
card.
though. Let me ask this because that is true. You do pose a good question there, but I will give you 3 battles, 4, maybe 4, right off the top.
Make it good.
Hustle and Hitman.
Mm.
Oh,
I don't like that.
Hustle and Hitman.
Go
Huh?
ahead. Go ahead. Keep going.
What do you mean?
Wait, go ahead, Wing. I just after you
Finish it
finish, I
off,
gotta
Wayne.
read this
I
comment.
ain't even trying to. I ain't trying to spit on
Okay,
you.
Hustle
Go
and Hitman.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, let me do the girls. You put E Hart, you put
Yeah.
Shuni and Farah.
Nah.
So there's 5. What?
I will put Shuni. I won't put Farrah, but we'll get to that.
Yeah. Fair. Get fair.
Okay.
Fair.
Okay.
That ain't it.
Okay, I would have said 40, but I don't know what 40 I'm gonna get.
That's true.
I'm sorry. I cannot go with 40 right now. I would put QB then. I would put QB in place. I wouldn't mind seeing, like I said, as far as the official. Hell, official and Ab been talking. Ab said that he would battle official. So there's two. As far as names go, I got to get the guys' names. I thought I had them, but then you threw me off. So there's the two. But the females, I could see you could do an I actually could see an intergender event. And we were talking about in a big setting. Okay, let me see.
Okay, wait. But a full intergender card did happen. We forgot about it. DMVP just wrote the comment. DMVP just wrote it. The Civil War was a full intergender card, and the females did watch most of the men. The women did watch most of the men on that card.
What was that? The Queen of the Ring bullpen card?
Yeah.
Yep, okay. That's what that was. Chivalry. Yeah.
Civil War.
I forgot about that. Oh, yes. What it do, Marty? What's she talking about?
Damn, the girls did clean all them up.
Marty with the flow. I wish she'd bring her ass up here. Yes, royalty is $50. I don't know how much pay-per-view is.
Those were up and coming guys at the time. You talking about like, you know, that was a
true. They weren't vets.
Yeah, they were not vets. Those were not vets. Now, not to take nothing away from the girls, because they did absolutely great. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to say I don't want that comment to come off the wrong way. They were phenomenal. But a big room, bigger names, that's a big difference.
I agree.
That's true. C3 versus Rock, who really won? A C3, but you know what? I'm gonna shut my mouth. No, I ain't.
I do think it's somewhat debatable, but Rock got that. Rock got that. She did great. C3
won that
did great
because that second was stolen. Fuck what you talking about.
He did what?
That second was stolen.
He stole the second round?
Allegedly.
Oh, it's alleged. If it's alleged, then come on now.
Well, I can direct you. Hold out. I can direct you to the bars in a particular battle against C3.
So then it wouldn't be alleged then. If you got proof, you got proof.
I'm saying allegedly because when I brought this proof to light,
you being nice. You trying to be nice? Cause you trying to be nice?
I was trying to be nice. I was. But my nigga, damn. Lou Cypher versus C3.
The petty.
That's where
that's funny.
I was not petty.
That was over a head bar. That was over the head bar right there. Like
I fuck with Rock, but I'm sorry. Sorry. I watched that battle, and when I heard that second round, I was like, okay, well, you know, hey, great minds think alike, I guess. He started to, let's say, you know, sell calendar, and he started to do things differently. So his pen was getting better. I just figured maybe, you know, great minds think alike, but nah. Anyway. Carry on.
Listen, when this is over, you better DM me that battle. I need to go see this. I need to see this.
I sure in the hell will. 40 did, man, listen. 40 told Cortez, wait a minute. Lotta Zay and C3. That's one of my favorite battles. Listen, that was a fucking fight. That was a fight. That's the way you supposed to battle.
Well, I'll say this.
Battled the shit out of it.
Last year, one of my favorite battles, and it's one of my favorite now. It's one of my favorite battles of all time. But one of my top 5 battles from last year, for entertainment purposes, was Clean versus C3. It's a one
That
rounder.
battle was funny as hell, dog.
Yo, my God. And let me tell you something.
I
For the
didn't
first
watch it.
I ain't seen it
listen,
either.
for the first 2 weeks after it was
I
released,
didn't watch
I
it.
saw that battle at least once a day. Some days I watched it 3 times back to back. And when people were coming to my house, I was putting that shit on. It was hilarious, bro. I love that
Dog,
shit.
And
that battle
not
was
for nothing,
hilarious.
not for nothing. Bonnie, and that's my guy. God damn it. That is my fucking guy. Why did I just not remember this man's name? Like,
I
that's crazy. One of my
just
favorite
say
fucking
I know
battles.
my friend names. I ain't gonna hold you.
QP, Quantum.
That battle wasn't good. It had some funny moments, but
That battle was good. Okay. I was impressed that Bonnie.
E with the
I was
zoom face,
impressed.
man. E be getting them with the zoom face, man.
I was impressed. I was what? Slow down, sister. Right,
I'm a
slow
chill,
down.
man. I'm a guest.
Did
I'm a
Bonnie?
chill.
Right.
I swear.
Oh, you know what? Oh,
yeah, that
Sicko, you
whole
are
comment section better light up on her right
horrible.
now. We need that whole comment
He
section to
said,
come to life right now.
no, see, DMVP, that's my guy. He said that was a
Because
fire
he
battle,
agree
so
with you?
stop it, y'all.
Oh, that's your guy because he agree with you?
No. That's my homeboy. No, that was a dope battle. It was. Y'all foul.
Yo,
Y'all wrong. Anyway.
maybe the intros
But
was
Sicko
dope.
said, slow down. Did she write? I think that was the battle that she wrote in, because right before that, remember her and Quantum had that big ass ordeal where he had kept the receipts, brought the receipts out and everything. So yeah, I figured she did right.
I don't remember
She
that
did
battle, but
okay.
it
Stop
ain't.
with
If
the
we
dope.
talking
Stop with
entertainment
this. Stop with
purposes,
that. She
look.
did
If
all
we
right.
talking
Stop.
just strictly entertainment purposes, Clean and C3 is way more entertaining than Bonnie and
Okay.
Quantum Physics. I'm sorry.
And it's a
Okay.
one rounder. I guarantee
Oh
you,
God.
anybody there, if you watch C3 versus Clean, I guarantee you there's no way you watch that battle one time. No way.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I like I said, I did not watch. Damn, why you holding your head, E? Why you holding your head?
Because he couldn't
I'm
believe what you just said. He couldn't believe what you just said.
I'm just a guest,
Listen.
man. I'm gonna stay in my lane.
No, say what you will. Listen, this is free form up here. We talk our shit up here. There is no hold bars up here. And if you don't like it, y'all know I'll pull up. So let's
when
let's be nice. Let's keep with the niceties. I'm just playing.
when it comes to Bonnie, I feel like Jay felt about Twerk all last year. If her name is on it,
Oh my God. She has no qualities at all. So you mean to tell me she has no redeeming qualities at all?
Can you name me one?
She take good pictures.
I don't care. I'm married. Married, sir. I'm chilling. My life good.
I hate y'all. I really do dislike y'all. I do. Oh my God. I really do dislike y'all.
I put it
Oh
like
my
this.
God.
Unfortunately, Bonnie is now OnlyFans gang, and I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
That's just.
I saw that.
Wait, what?
Hold on.
She got
Whoa,
an OnlyFans,
wait.
bro.
According to her though, that has nothing to do with adult content. I don't know. I saw Swave at her saying, "Yo, I'm hearing you do a porn," and she was like, she said, "No, it ain't like that." Whatever the case. So I don't know. Then I seen on her bio she got an OnlyFans link. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh my God. Listen,
I mean,
you
I only know
cannot
that
knock the
website.
hustle.
All I gotta say
Hey,
is it's
look,
alleged.
I can't knock
Whatever
her
it is,
hustle.
it's
If somebody
alleged.
willing to pay to see
Right,
whatever
at
it is
all.
she's
Like
doing, then forget it.
And that's my
You
point.
cannot knock the hustle.
I'm not necessarily tripping about that.
She's an attractive girl, man. So
if I know you more for that now than battling, what happened?
Oh, I hate you so much. Oh my God.
It sucks when the
Listen,
facts
it
get
is.
thrown around sometimes, man. When facts get thrown around, they get real ugly in the dark.
Lord Jesus. No. Hold up. DMB he actually had, yep, okay. He gave us some females who could actually make a big stage sale.
he wouldn't
He
fucking
said
know. He don't
Hustle,
watch
E Heart.
female battle rap.
No, not DME, not DME,
No, this is
DMVP.
DMB.
Oh,
It's
I
different.
Not
apologize. I
DME.
apologize.
Yeah, DMB.
I apologize.
Yeah. Said, he said Hustle, E Heart, Official, QB, Tory Doe, Jazz versus whoever. Big stage. It'll sell.
No, it's
Yeah, those names can sell. Those names can sell.
Mm,
Those names can
yeah,
sell.
it's gonna matter who they battle, but
I feel like if your dad is back, it'll sell.
Oh yeah.
yeah, but
And
that's
niggas
different.
love
People have been
I
waiting
feel
to
like
see
if
her
Young
come back
Gaddis,
for a while.
it was sell.
and niggas love the whole battle of the sexes type thing. So I mean that's gonna sell, bro. Like as long as
I
y'all
want
know
to
how to
see. I want to see Swamp battle one of them ladies.
That
I
would
don't
be
know why.
funny. That would be funny.
You know what? That's why
He
it popped in
wants
my head.
to
Something
battle
funny would
a
happen in that
female
battle.
so bad.
He wanted the what now?
Something. When that boy said, when he battled I was there. That boy said something about how he felt about females, or how he felt about, because his mama put the light bill in his name. The way that motherfucker said that shit, I'm a female, so but damn it, that touched my spirit. You don't even understand. I felt that in my heart. I was like, oh my God. Hold on. The boy say the
you saw him do to this when he said it. He did straight like that because the crowd loved it, bro. Like,
I turned around. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Wait a minute. Everybody, he just caught everybody's attention. The whole room was just like, hold the fuck on, my nigga. Like everybody felt that. Even if I mean, like, I'm from the burbs and my parents didn't do shit like that. But I knew niggas who, at 18 was like, listen, I can't even get nothing because you ran my shit up. So it was just like, I'd never gone through it in my life, but it was just like, God damn, nigga, I listen, who did you wrong? Come
He just
on,
told
bro.
you. He told you who did it wrong.
Let me speak to your the pain in that nigga's face. Like, oh my God. Yeah.
he did not
I
forget.
can only imagine what he would say to a female. Like, I would dead ass be like, man, listen, that would hurt my soul. I couldn't be at that battle because I would feel all that in my spirit. I'm afraid. I'm afraid. I'm afraid from any girl who can stand in front of him, because it's really no angle that you can take on him. You know what I mean? Certain angles these girls can take. You can talk about him frolicking in battle rap or whatever, but who cares? You don't really know enough about this dude, so you kind of got to rap with him. So it takes a certain girl to really talk to that man. But he got so much charisma, you got to be careful. Because he'll probably use the shit that you say to him against you.
That's
so
true.
I don't know. You know what I mean? That's a tricky situation for any girl. I don't know.
Yeah,
the ladies,
Swamp ended in the battle most definitely. Swamp ended in the battle.
I know. Shout out to my girl Panic, First Lady Cave. She want to battle a dude, but I know her and Swamp is cool. But I could see that battle. I could probably see that battle because that's about the only girl that I would say that could probably stand in front of him for real.
No, I'm gonna tell you a girl who can stand in front of him,
fire, by the way,
and nothing he's gonna say would affect her. And she's slowly becoming not only my favorite female battle rapper, my favorite female Twitter personality. That's Yoshi G. He can't say nothing.
That battle will be hilarious. That battle will be hilarious. That battle will be hilarious. I'm sorry, that battle will be hilarious.
Yes.
When we gave our royalty predictions the other day, we were talking about her and God damn it, I'm so sorry. Uh Tony Blanco. We talked about her and Tony Blanco's battle. Like I said, Yoshi has made me really respect her as a battler now. Yeah, she definitely can turn some negative shit into some,
Yes.
and make it work for her. I agree. I absolutely agree. She can do that.
She's
That's a
literally
hard
she's
thing to do.
she's literally the Amber Rose of battle rap.
Yeah.
A good fucking analogy.
Tell me I'm lying.
Hey,
Yo, man.
You
I
are
didn't realize. I
I'm
didn't
with
think of that
you.
comparison. I didn't think of that comparison,
Yeah.
but yeah.
talking about the slut walk everywhere, and that shit became popular. It was like not a bad thing. You know what I mean? So hell, this hats
Yo,
off.
yo,
You right.
Yoshi G, man,
I
that's my favorite. She out here with the thought bars, man. She just creeped up on me, man. I like, yo, you know what? Put Yoshi in there with a lot of these dudes. Nothing you gonna say is gonna affect her, and she just gonna turn around and say some wild shit, and everybody gonna just fuck with her anyway. So it's like,
right.
then if you saw her battle versus J2, and when she was adding in some aggression, I was like, oh no, if Yoshi could do shit like this and go in it and weave in and out of, being a little passive to, back into the aggression and weave in and out of that, and you can't say nothing that's
When
gonna hurt
she
the
can
feelings.
learn that,
Oh man,
she gonna be
y'all
crazy.
gonna have
She gonna be
y'all have
crazy.
a problem with
I
them
agree.
thought bars. You
I
gonna
ain't
have
gonna
I
thought bars
front.
agree.
problems.
I specifically remember one of her bars that she put on Twitter, and apparently she choked in a battle, and she was just like, "Yeah, I choked, but kept spitting like nasty neck." It
Yeah,
was
yeah,
fire.
yeah.
I was just like,
Lord have mercy.
I love
Listen,
but as
Yoshi,
a
man.
man,
For
Sicko,
real, I
you
love Yoshi.
horrible.
like, as a
Listen,
man, I was like, I can't say keep going, but you know.
Ignorant.
yo, let me tell you something. If this any of y'all, if y'all want to follow somebody who's absolutely hilarious and whether or not you're into female battle rap or not, go check out Yoshi G. Go follow her. I think her
Yo,
Twitter's like
I follow
official Yoshi.
her. I
All
She
right,
is
follow her. She
hilarious.
be saying some wild stuff, man.
And the
yeah,
problem
She
she's
is,
hilarious.
I really think that's how she feels. I don't think she's
I put
joking.
the
right.
I don't think she's joking, and that's what makes me love it even more, man. I
you know
respect
what? Let me tell you something. Is she is a completely different person offline, which I like about her. But as far as how witty she is or whatnot, I like the fact that she can turn it off and turn it on. You know what I
it. Yeah,
mean? So of course, I
come
mean,
in.
obviously, she always thinks to tell relevant or different ways to combat different things or whatever. But ultimately, yeah, she, she different. She is definitely different. Let's just put it that way. But that's what's going for show.
Nah,
well, I had to put his
I gotta
comment
go,
up
y'all.
on the okay.
I gotta
Yeah,
get up out
It's
of
been
I
here.
do too, because
listen,
I got
Brent,
to
you
get up in the
gotta make sure
morning.
you come back.
Oh no, listen, man. I'll be
Yeah,
back. I
we
appreciate y'all
all
having
gotta
me on.
go.
For real, I appreciate y'all having me on. Salute to
Hell
everybody.
yeah.
Salute to everybody supporting us too, man.
Absolutely, definitely. Y'all asked me about blue cocaine. I'm gonna get into that and then we're
Yeah,
gonna go. But I did get into that last week about blue cocaine. And Sicko stupid. He talking about First Lady Cave. Damn, how many Letterman jackets them niggas giving out? You wrong for that
yo.
shit.
All right, y'all. I gotta go, man. Salute to
Hey,
everybody.
man,
All
salute,
right.
brother.
Yeah, happy holidays
All
to
right.
everybody too.
Happy holidays, happy new. Well, we'll talk before then, but yeah. So blue cocaine. Let's talk about it. Damn. Let me get in the. I'm trying to get in the camera. Can y'all see me?
I just see your hair. There you go.
Okay. All right. damn, that was like I can see myself in the small box, but I can't see myself in the big box. I don't know. Anyway, Blue Cocaine is a great poet, as I said the other night. She's a really good poet. I feel like she has a lot of work to do. I'm kind of afraid that she decided to take this battle on Queen of the Ring so soon. I know she was getting a lot of scrutiny. Yeah, I know she was getting a lot of scrutiny because she chose, people were why did you get UR or why did you get RBE one shot or one on-site battle before you did 1SK? As I explained, where most people know, that those that do know, I used to manage Robin Rhymes. That battle was supposed to go to Robin. And that's why Blue Cocaine actually got the battle with her, or was supposed to have, or got the on-site match. ARP asked that anybody in the Atlanta area hit him up for battle rap or whatever, and I was the only person that did. Shout out to Hope Trilly, because Hope Trilly is with ABR. She could have actually got on that card too, but not for nothing, Blue Cocaine has a huge following as far as music goes. So I can kind of see how that happened. But long story short, she's an actress to me. I can't necessarily say that she's a battler. You know what I mean? She has a lot to learn as far as battling. And I'm just hoping that she has a battle rap team I know that at the event she was talking to Fair and Shooting, so hopefully they brought her in and kind of talked to her and kind of helping her. And some of the other battle rap guys, I know they follow her. So I'm hoping that they're kind of giving her tips as far as what she should do, because she has to learn again how to structure 3 rounds. She has to be able to deliver them, and she has the aggression and the presence. But she got to also learn how to she got to get her breathing under control. Because even with her, while she was at the event, she was doing so much screaming. It was kind of like she was, you know how you are at an amateur acting.
Yeah.
Okay. And it was like that. She doesn't really know. She punches well, but she doesn't really know, you know what I mean? She just kind of, everything is just ran on. It's just ran on, and it just keeps going, and you just kind of sitting here like, okay.
If she ain't, I tell you this, if she ain't got a team, she will die Sunday.
This is Queen of the Ring. This is Queen of the Ring. This is different.
Queen of the Ring, but it's in a URL environment. That's
another thing. Oh, god damn, you right. You right.
Bro, like battlers that are confident in their home,
like
they go up here and shake.
They not afraid to boo. They not afraid to boo at no URL event.
At all. And this, the RBE setting was one thing, but this is gonna be different. You know what I mean? This is gonna be different.
That pressure
this right. The top is, and Richmond don't have no problem with booing. They will give it up when that shit is fire, but they will boo the shit out of you when that shit is garbage. And like I said, I hope she has it together. I am a fan. So you saying he said, so you saying she ate
I just read it.
Version.
He said that she was the Ace Amin female.
I feel like
yo, man. Hey,
Ace has it. Ace has it down more. Ace has it down more. Like I said, I really, really like Blue Cocaine. Don't ever get it fucked up. I do. I like her spirit. I like her presence. I like everything about her. But as a battler, she needs a lot of work. Baby, she going up against Diablo.
Diablo battled Yoshi G, and that junk got dark for Yoshi. I ain't gonna hold you. A little bit in that battle.
The niggas she battled, it got dark for them. You feel me? That's a different nigga. But again,
Mm.
Blue Cocaine has a presence about her. She, Diablo got more of a presence
I'm gonna
though.
keep it real, Wing. Like presence is cool as far as personality and as marketing yourself, because Goods got
That's
that
a
down pat.
fact.
But
That's a
when
fact.
you proving yourself, we don't give a damn about that.
I need for Blue Cocaine to kind of, like I said, she's really gonna have to talk to somebody who is not looking to prey on her. You know what I mean? As far as in this culture, and you know what I mean, because there's a lot of female and males that do that to each other.
Yeah.
She's a very cute girl, and unfortunately, some of these females in battle rap get upset when it's a cute girl. However, Blue is already getting caught up in that part. And I don't know if it was just the controversy with that battle and why she was that way, but ultimately she kind of felt a way about how she was being perceived, and maybe because they were giving her so much flack at the time. But she got to get her head out the game. I'm hoping that she was able to see her battle or see clips of her battle and she'll improve. That's just the way I'm gonna put it. I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of time on her, but um she better take the red pill. Y'all some horrible ass. Seriously, I'm not. If she comes with what she had against, what was that Negro name? I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
Young Smurf.
Floss the boss. Floss the boss.
Oh, Floss the Boss. That's what she
If she
battled. My
comes
bad. My
with what
bad. She
she
battled Floss the Boss.
and she
Lady J
won,
battled Young Smurf.
she won the battle.
wow, really?
She won the battle.
Yeah, I had Blue Cocaine in that battle.
You know,
Wow. I ain't see it, so
let
I
me
can't.
see. We
Yeah.
ain't trying to. No. I'm not trying to save her at all.
Yeah.
Listen, everybody knows this ain't me coming at her foul or whatever the case may be. She follows me and I follow her on Twitter. This is streaming on Twitter, so it's definitely not that. But if ain't nobody telling you, how the fuck are you supposed to get better? And again, like we're avid battle rap fans. You know what I mean? Simple. It's like, man, you gonna have to step your game up because you got really two strikes against you. You battling somebody that is very bar heavy, that knows how to battle, because that's what people have to understand, that it's not easy. Like, these motherfuckers make it seem like it's easy, but it's not. And she's a complete musical artist. She does not, and nothing about her translates to battle rap, and she has to do that. She has to, because I definitely
Yeah.
was ready for her to come in here and kill old boy and the shit be lit, and it wasn't. And I
Yeah.
was sitting in the crowd like, oh my God.
It's like
Okay.
she literally has to learn in a pressure cooker. Like it's like
Right.
it's crazy. The scenario she's in for this battle is retarded. Like
It is very retarded because it can be a career ender for her.
at least for
It
this
could
You said
battle.
what?
seriously be a career ender for her.
Yeah, for
That's
battling,
the
yeah, this
scary part about it.
yeah.
Yeah. So you said, is she playing on how she's done a lot of interviews where she's speaking about, looks and whatever. And like I said, I feel like she got caught up in what people were saying and all of that, opposed to what battle rap really is. You know what I mean? And like I said, with the controversy, that's probably what that had to do with. I don't know for sure. But like I said, I know come the 12th, hopefully she'll have it together. And I plan to be there. So yeah, I
I
hope she got it
mm,
right.
that's a
So I guess what will we be going live and talking about these battles as we can?
it's up to you.
Yeah.
We can do that. We can do that. Yeah, I do look for her losing in a upset. I really do. Because but again, she can learn from it. Hopefully she can grow from it. She can reinvent herself, but I don't see her winning. If she does, I stand corrected, and that's wonderful. But I don't see her winning.
The crazy part is if she win, that battle has no choice but to be fired.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Hopefully she just studied her opponent.
Yeah,
if she studied her opponent, if she's and let me say this too. She didn't have a whole lot of time to prep for that battle either. Because due to that whole situation, she really didn't have a whole lot of prep. She really probably had under 6 weeks to prep.
Wow.
Yeah, I would say maybe closer to 4, because I know that we went back and forth about this battle for a little minute, and then when it was a concrete no, we were looking at about 4 weeks before this event had happened. So, like I said, she could come different.
Hope so.
Sicko says she may win a few bars. She might.
I'll tell you this.
I don't know.
It may get uncomfortable for battlers, but I'll tell you, as a fan who loves this, do you know how horrible it feels as a fan to watch you die in a battle?
Man, listen. Because I'm telling you, when I sat there, she wasn't even dying. That's the thing about it. She was winning. Yeah. She wasn't even dying. She was winning. And I'm still sitting here like looking around, and I'm looking around at the crowd like these motherfuckers is sitting there like. And I'm looking over like,
yeah.
Shy looked at me and was like, okay, but you was, because I had just did an interview with her.
Yeah, I saw it.
Maybe like an hour before. And I'm like, yeah, she about to get in. She about to really do her shit. We about to be lit.
Until it happened.
I was waiting. They like, oh, Blue Cocaine about to battle. I'm like, oh, let me run downstairs. And I get downstairs and I felt like I was in theater.
And the thing is, with a name like Blue Cocaine, it sounds.
Man, listen, she got a fire ass name, and the way she spell it, it makes you want to know who she is. You know what I mean? It makes you want to watch her. And I've watched a lot of her skits, and she's really good. She's really good. She's in character, but she got to get in battle rap character.
Yeah.
And it better be a good one, because, like I said,
but
man, this gonna be.
I have to go, Wayne, because a brother has to get up in the morning. I have to get up early in the morning.
Me too. Let me say this real quick. Sicko said, I feel you. He said 40 versus Jazz was cringy. Bro, this was worse than that. And I am not exaggerating. It was worse than that. All 3 rounds. By the end of the 3rd, I'm sitting here like, I didn't want to walk out because it was, you know how when you walk out of, you know how like in church and the pastor, you know, it's quiet and you want to go to get up and you can't get up because you know everybody's going to turn their heads when you open the door. That's the way it was. I couldn't just walk out the venue because then you would have heard me walking up the stairs and like, I said, no, I'll just sit there. It was that quiet in that motherfucker because I'm no reaction. Nobody felt what she was saying.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I feel like Debbie Downer, but I still like her. I believe in her. I really feel like I said, I know that was a whole big ass sermon, but I really need her to understand what this can do to her and for her. You know what I mean? She was put in a really good situation, and ARP, like we said earlier, is the type of person, he's not going to tell you, oh, you go, don't do this and don't do that. He's going to, you know, let you make your own choices. And at the end of the day, this is a great choice, but I just feel like hopefully somebody said to you, listen, you do know what this could be. This is what you need to do. And let's get in the dojo and let's do it. I'm hoping that that's what somebody did.
I hope so.
But anyway, yeah, we appreciate y'all. Make sure that y'all, you know, I don't think that you can subscribe to this, but you can subscribe to the YouTube. You can can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on Facebook. Make sure you're following the guys. I think we are doing a show on Saturday. But we appreciate y'all. Thanks for the support. And we out. Shit.
Peace.
Is this shit ending? This is a choppy ass feed today. End. Studio. Oh my